Boss bitch shit, only surround yourself with bosses. Keep a circle full of winners, can't be out here taking losses. Boss bitch shit, make sure you stay getting the bag. Making silly bitches mad, cause you shitting on they ass. Boss bitch shit, baby focus on your paper. Don't be stressing about no man if he ain't bringing you them bands. Boss bitch shit, and tell that silly rabbit tricks are for kids. Tell them keep that little bag and make them buy you a crib. We in the right race, ladies, since it's always competition, but I made sure that...
What's up, y'all? This your girl, Damo. You can follow me on Instagram at _x.dom.
Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Nika. You can follow me on YouTube at Nika the Don, and you can follow me on Instagram at Trinika with 4 A's.
What's up? My name is Will. You can follow me on Instagram at Hollyboy_the Don.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Paris Noel, all the way from the west side of Detroit. You can follow me on Instagram at PARIS_NOEL and all social media platforms, Paris Noel.
All right, today we're going to talk about the black culture.
Hi.
Why is black people always late?
Oh, my goodness.
Will, Nika.
I told you why I'm always late. I don't.
No, we ain't talking about y'all. Why is black
She
people
said-
Oh, wait, I was
always
about to
late?
say, you know my situation.
Why is y'all always late?
I don't ever have a babysitter.
Oh, that's your excuse?
Yes, that is
I know
my
why.
honest.
Because time ain't never
excuse.
on our side.
Never.
We're going to leave it at
We got
that.
4 kids.
You're right. I'm
And
stressed
then,
out
I
for
mean,
You
y'all.
acting like you've been on time your whole
I
life.
know we on time.
Your whole
No,
life.
you just started this. You just.
I wasn't
you
on time,
just
actually.
Started being on time.
I'm trying.
But we not
Oh,
talking
you
about
doing
each other.
good.
We
You
talking
doing
about the
excellent.
culture.
Because the black people, my time, when you say 8 o'clock, I'm coming at 12.
Listen,
But you know black people
I just
time.
automatically assume that you always gonna be late, and you're never late. This is the only thing that you're not late to.
Because it's my shit.
Exactly. This is the only thing. So I automatically assume
No,
because I know
sometimes
you're gonna
I
be
do
late.
be late, but I ain't gonna lie. Like
Always.
lately, I have been talking about being more on time with stuff. Like that's what something I'm working on.
So you should answer your own question. Why are black people always late? Because usually you are late. So what would be one of your excuses?
Mine's is I procrastinate a lot. I can walk around the house for like 2 hours
Yeah.
and would
You
not
do.
care. Like I would be like, oh, the party.
Yep.
Or somehow.
She is like that.
I am like that. Paris, why you always late?
I'm never late.
Okay.
Well, amen. Sure. Why you sure? I'm
never-
always late.
Okay. What is a reason why you think most people are?
I mean, it just depends on the situation, you know. I mean, I'm one to always respect people time and people money. So that's something that I live by. I don't want nobody to play with my time, and you know, I don't want nobody to play with my money. So I get that same energy. Everything is energy. You know?
I think
Oh,
my
that's right.
ADHD kick in a lot.
So-
Cause baby,
Some people just be purposely like not on time.
Yeah.
You know, and they just look at it as like it's a
Not a
thing
priority.
because they don't want to be the one the first to show up. But
mm.
you know, if you hold a sense of importance, then it's when you pop up, that's when it's important. So that's how I look at it.
I mean, I be
I
like
agree.
that.
Yeah,
I
I
be
was
like
say,
that too sometimes. I don't want to be the first person at the party. I'm not sitting. You tell me that party at 10 o'clock. I am
Listen.
coming at 12.
I used to be like that, but now
Always on time.
But now
Yes,
I
she
actually want to
was.
be the first person at the party because I want to be the first person to leave the party.
Yeah.
I don't want to stay to the end. I don't want to stay to 2 o'clock because normally that's when everything pop off. So I want to get there early so I can leave early.
I think that starts from like we younger. My mama never was on time.
Nah, my mama
like-
still ain't never on time. She still.
My mama never was on time to nothing.
I think we
just
was known
noticed
as
a
the
lot.
late family to church.
I know there's a lot of things like we went to like an event where you wonder where certain people is at and they didn't already showed up and left
Yep.
Yeah.
because they showed they did their due diligence and they got
Our party
you know.
get crunk at night though.
But I mean, it just depends on whatever
What type of situation?
it
Mhm.
is. You know, most
I mean,
majority, I've seen a lot of situations where people they be like, oh, we're such and such at, oh, he done showed up already.
Yep. Got up out of
Did
there.
his walk through and got up out of there because people got priorities and whatever the case is. You just got to start moving more calculated.
Yeah.
Showing up late is always like the situation ain't the best situation. You know, get
Okay,
in, get out, and do what
educate
you
us
gotta
then.
do.
Because let me tell you something. I've been working on my time.
She has.
I'm
I
really
gotta give
working
it
on
to
my
you.
time.
You have. You're doing good.
Cause
So,
whew,
what do you think?
Don't ask
What?
me.
Do,
Do not ask
why
me.
do you
Because I know
feel?
for a fact that I'm gonna be late regardless.
me
Why?
too. I ain't gonna.
Because I double stack.
I know why
On
you be late.
everything
I can't
do,
say why
double
because I
stack,
know.
You feel
right?
me?
Oh,
So
yeah, I was
it's
about to
like
say I
if
know why you
I know
late.
I gotta do something at 5 and it's like 4:00 and then my kids ain't together.
I was about to
I'm
say
gonna make sure they together
it's the
before I do
kids.
anything. So I
Yeah,
put my
that's-
kids
that's
first.
different.
before
It is the
anything.
kids
So,
for him
like when
all
it be
the
like,
time.
I mean, and then some things and then it depends on the situation. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? What am I being late for? If I
Right.
feel like it's not that important,
He not gonna show up on time. He
I
not.
might come at the end.
Yeah.
But, like I know if
Yeah.
it's like really important and something that we got to do, I'm gonna be on time.
Yeah.
I'm for sure late.
Like,
If
but-
Brooke ain't together or I ain't together,
Yeah, and
oh
that's
yeah,
what
I'm
I'm
late.
saying. Like, what
But
you think
today-
about it?
today's
Because if you
different.
think
It's
about
really
it, like
babysitting.
years
No,
ago,
it-
before the kids
really-
came,
it's really
It's not
babysitting.
about today.
It's just about prioritizing. Like
That's
if you got,
it.
if you
That's
got,
all.
absolutely.
if you got
absolutely.
kids, then that's like an understandable. Like that's
Yeah.
non-negotiable. But if you just like just dangling, you know what I'm saying, and you just know you just
yeah,
that's another situation. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like you just being like at your own leisure.
A
but
bullshitter.
Kids,
Yeah.
that's
Sometimes I
something.
do that.
a
I
bullshitter?
cannot. Yes, I am. I can honestly say that I am a bullshitter because I don't know why I do it. It just I procrastinate so much, and I look up and I be like, why did I just stand there and do that? And then I look back and be like, I was dancing around the house for an hour, did my hair, or my hair probably still be in a ponytail for real.
that's why they
I got
call
a
it black
question.
people time.
Yeah, that's it
No,
right
for
there.
real, I am on black people time.
I think I have a question for the culture. Why are people like so sensitive these days? Like you cannot
real.
say nothing about nothing without somehow, some way, somebody getting upset, canceled. It always become a big thing. It could be the
Because everybody
smallest thing.
everybody values having an opinion too much.
Yeah,
They do.
yeah.
everybody
Everybody want to be heard.
Social
Exactly.
media has made it to point to where it's like everybody is allowed to be like over opinionated. You know, think about it, like before all this aggressiveness with social media came about, you wasn't really heard like that. But now that they've got access to
pushed
like
it.
the public and public
What I just
figures
said.
and
Yeah.
yeah, you got a lot of
episode.
access to people, then they are gonna make sure that they want to be heard. Like you got to think about it. Somebody posts something, and then you see certain shit. Like, can we cuss on here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you could.
I'm just
yourself?
asking.
yeah, yeah.
I'm saying,
you good.
like you see, like when people post something, like you see a top notch A-list celebrity, and then they'll post something on social media and say, "Oh, I was the first one to comment on this." You know what I'm saying?
And this
Soulja
goes
Boy.
back
This Soulja Boy.
to
These
what
Soulja
I
Boys.
said last episode. What I say? Everybody want to be like everybody on
wanna be
social
relevant.
media.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They just want to be heard. They value.
It's tacky.
They just.
and it's always our culture.
It's like
half
I
of the
gotta
time.
be the first to say this or say that. It's like that's really where the aggressiveness of this shit is taking over, because people value being heard so much and they want to be instantaneously like validated.
Yes.
They give a fuck too much about people's opinions.
About people's opinion.
We do care about people's opinions.
I don't.
Why do
No,
Look,
it's our
he
culture.
don't?
I don't.
really don't.
But
don't
our
either.
culture
We-
do.
No, our
Yeah.
culture do.
Yeah,
our
yeah.
culture
Yes,
really.
yes.
But that's the
Yes,
problem
we
though.
do.
Like if you can give my thing, this is how I look at it. I can't give nobody the control over me. Like when you allow somebody to mess with your emotions and all that and stuff like that, that's when it becomes a problem. But like I'll say, like, that's why I say I keep my. I mean, I respect everything I'm around, and I respect every person to respect me because that's what I do. But when you disrespectful or something like that, that's when situations get heated or escalated and stuff like that. But like, yeah, a lot of people do care, but that's just small-minded people to me. Like, I don't believe all of our culture is like that, but a lot of people is like that because you can see it on the internet every day. You know what I'm saying? So somebody got to repost something somebody else said.
Yeah.
And why you ain't tagged me in this, and now you feel some type of way. It's a lot.
Yeah, well,
It's a lot.
I don't care about people's opinion.
It's certain
honestly,
people,
we
though.
never
You know what I'm
have.
saying? It's certain people. But outside, no.
Listen, he
Like if
really,
I don't repost something or like I had people do this to me. Why you ain't repost? Like, listen, I don't want to repost it. It don't even look right on my page. Like, not even being funny, but I made, like, my thing is this too with the black culture. When you don't follow them on social media, family, they be the first to be mad at you because you don't follow them. Like, maybe I don't like what you post.
I wouldn't know.
I don't have nothing against you, but I just don't want to be your friend on social media because you're different.
What? Like your cousins and stuff?
You don't like
I follow
sometimes
all
you
my
don't get
cousins.
irritated with your cousins. Don't
No.
never. I do.
I mean,
I mean
she
that's
got
how
a
I
valid
keep up
point.
with them.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I don't care. Like, I got a lot of cousins, and they all different. Everybody got their way, but that's how I keep up with them is through social media because we don't talk every
It
day. I
ain't
don't
even
be
just
around
cousins.
them.
It could be
My family in general,
just in general.
majority
Like,
of my
what if your mama
family in
didn't wanna
general.
follow you? Would
I
you
mean,
feel
my
some
mama
type of
didn't
way?
want to be in my close friends. I took her out.
Why would you put her in your close friends?
I tell my mama everything. Why would I not put her in my close friends? It's
No,
not
she
nothing
don't
I
go
don't
in
want.
the
I
close
don't hide
friends.
nothing from my mama.
But why would you put her in your
Because Mary
close
gonna find out,
friends?
girl.
Mary gonna know anyway.
So you put her in there?
I took her back out. She told me to take her back out. I
Because
did.
it's too much.
I mean, I don't really do anything though.
She
Especially
don't
with
want to see
training
you
and
going crazy. Like her baby over there going throttle. Like
No, I don't. Girl, I would never put. I don't.
Tran be twerking.
That's Trent. I don't expose myself.
That be
like
in the
that.
close friends. She don't want to see that.
That's her close friends, not mine.
No, that be our close friends.
Yeah.
Everybody's. No, I would never put my mom in my close friends.
My mama barely can be in my friends.
What? Supposed, let alone in the close friends.
Man, what? My
I
mom is
took
not
her
my
back
friend
out.
on no social media platform.
No, it's just
Because-
it just
no.
depends.
She my friend.
No.
I don't even know what she's seen in my close friends that would make her not want to be in it because I don't really post bad stuff like that.
Would you like for me to remind you what we did on the
Ooh,
80s, 90s
Nope,
thing?
never mind.
Oh, okay.
ooh,
Okay.
never mind.
Because, yeah.
Anyway, right.
I want
back
to
to
go
the
back. I
subject.
want to talk about, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but Quilla. Is that her name?
Shaquilla,
Shaquilla?
get it right.
Is
Gotta
it?
be respectful.
I call her Quilla. That's what they were saying on the Miss Robertson.
Yes.
But I want to talk about that because that's like a touchy subject to me.
Mm.
When you go on trips like that, be cautious on who you go out with. Everybody is not your friend. Everybody is not your friend. I don't care how long you've been knowing them, how long y'all been rocking with each other, how long you seen this person grow up. That's not your friend.
I agree.
To sit there and watch that girl lose her life and a man beat her to death. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. She was no threat to nobody in that room.
She wasn't even fighting back from what they were saying.
And she said
that's
no
my part.
in the video. Yeah. She said no. You call her mama and tell her she got liquor poison. Like, that is disgusting to our culture anyway. That's disgusting.
That
And
ain't
wonder
the
why they got
first
so much
story.
to say about us.
That ain't the first story, but though, because you think about, remember when that little girl got dropped off at the building, she went lost, and they
yeah, I
found her in the
remember
body
that
in the
one too.
freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I remember that she went to a
It was
party
like some
when she
years
got
ago.
real drunk.
Yeah.
Well, they
The
say
one
she got
girl,
real drunk.
meet me
They
in the
dropped her.
parking lot. That girl that kept saying "park in the parking lot" when they started making jokes about it.
No.
You don't know, okay?
Yeah, they left her.
Yeah.
Her friends left her. She was roaming the hallway, and then they ended up finding her in the
Oh,
freezer.
yeah,
the
yeah.
So-called
Dead.
unplugged freezer.
Mhm. I remember that. I guess my take on that is, I believe you just gotta be really like. I mean, even if you think that a person is your friend, like you gotta really pay attention to how people move when you're around them. I don't
The
care
signs.
how much they say, "Oh, I love you. We cool." You gotta pay attention to what they do. It's not about what people say; it's about what they do. And if you really pay attention to how people move, you'll move different. Like I'm a person that instantly I know. I'm not doing it. Like if somebody said we going to this place, oh, who throwing it? So and so. Instantly, I know. Oh no, you won't catch me in that room. Like I instantly know when it's time for me to. I know when it's time for me to leave a room. I know when it's time for me to never be in the room. Like, and I know when it is time to be in the room. Just like when we went out a couple weeks ago, and I
Yeah.
kept telling y'all it's time to go, y'all. We shouldn't be here, and they ain't want to listen to me. And
But
some
why
stuff popped
are
off.
so...
Some
that
stuff,
is...
let me finish.
Okay, I'm gonna go, and I got a question after that. I want to piggyback
okay.
off of that.
After that, oh yeah,
after
we
that.
can definitely
'Cause you
piggyback
know I
off-
want to say something about that.
So
Okay.
it's like, oh yeah. But they didn't listen. Everybody wanted to stay and turn up, have fun. I kept saying, y'all, we need to get out of here. It's not our. I kept feeling it. They didn't listen to me, and I didn't drive. And usually I drive, and I didn't. And sure enough, some stuff popped off, and everybody, we should have just listened to you in the first place. Yeah, I know. I always know when it's never good for us to be, and I always know who was good for me to be around and who was not. I don't know.
But
I have
black
that
men,
discernment.
I'm not saying all black men.
Not all, but it's
Y'all have to accept
my
no.
goodness. My goodness, yes. Why can't
Accept
y'all
the
accept
word
no?
no.
Why do you have to be disrespectful when a woman say no? I'm not giving you my number. No, I don't want to drink. No, thank you. Don't be rude.
And
Just
half
no,
the time
thank
you gotta
you.
watch that because men is
Sometimes
killing
it can
women.
be mental health. Something that we don't have, or some black men don't have.
not
help with.
over
No,
here.
it's funny,
No,
but
I'm
it's
sorry.
I
serious.
know
Okay.
you for real, but
I'm sorry, right?
It's
Let me
for
not
real.
laugh.
And some of them
You
like
ain't
take
got it up top.
rejection like
Yeah.
hard.
It's a hard.
It may be funny now, but
that means
Okay.
you need to go
I'm
get
sorry.
help and
I
not
didn't
about
mean
a
to
liquor.
laugh.
And
I thought
did
it was a
did
joke,
you
but
not hear what I
okay.
just said? How do you
I'm
get
sorry.
that, though?
Wow, that's the first time I ever heard that though. When you think about it like that, I've never heard that. Like I thought that was a joke. So y'all serious?
You just
They
think about it
must
when you
have-
young, little puppy love and all that, and the nose and all that. I know ain't nothing but next opportunity.
Yeah.
On to the next. But now older, ain't no telling what they done been through in their life,
Yeah.
where they done been. Rejection can be hard to them.
Yeah.
Sometimes it be like how y'all said, and y'all rock y'all head, roll your eyes,
No,
and all
it was
type
just-
of ways.
But why does that make y'all be disrespectful
Who was
to us?
y'all?
Because man,
Not-
you know
not
what I'm
y'all,
talking.
you know.
Oh,
I'm just
you
saying,
so
who, I'm
sarcastic.
just
Right,
saying, like you
he
gotta
is.
pick, you gotta pick the right group
You
to
gonna ask
point
her the
that
last
finger
episode
at.
talking to who? Like you.
No,
What
you
you
can't
talking
say
about?
you. But
No,
it's
not you
serious,
in
though.
general,
It's serious
but-
though, because if you look at it though, like
Why do y'all get
Situ-
mad about that? We snap our neck.
What?
'Cause
That's
that's
stupid,
a
Brittany. Now,
rap.
that's like if
He
he
just
snapped
said
his
that.
neck, you would get mad too.
no, I'm saying, but you know how females be though. Like
When
No,
we
that's
say
not-
no. He like, why y'all gotta roll your eyes and snap your neck? Why y'all be mad at that? Well, you know we sassy.
that's what I'm saying. See,
We
And
are
then
I
you
wouldn't
like
say-
that. And
in-
then-
in that moment,
and
I
then
was
you,
not
You don't know
sassy.
if a man feel like you trying to challenge him. You know how, man.
But
listen,
if I say no, babe, then I'm
no,
flirting.
no, I'm like, no, I'm straight. I got a man.
I
That's
didn't.
how they be. Like,
I mean, I did, but I didn't say it like that.
No,
I
she
ain't saying
did.
you.
I
I'm
just said
just
she
I
was
just was
married.
like, no. I said, you talking to
married.
me?
No, that's
and
just
he was
not
like,
talking
yeah. I
about
said, well,
y'all.
no.
I'm just saying, let's
so
say
you can't
women
talking
in
to me because
general.
I'm married.
Like,
That's all I said.
I mean, I
you pull
do
it up
get
on how
that.
they do the skits all the time. They do
Yeah.
the skits all the
Yeah.
time. A woman,
Yeah.
ain't, well, the new generation women ain't looking for nothing but one thing, and they do the skits all the time. He walk up to him, hey, what's up? She's like, oh no, I'm good. I got a man. As soon as he walked to his
But
phone,
I don't think that's okay
that
for
wasn't
women
me.
to do that all the time. I don't think that's okay.
I know, but I'm just saying.
It's tacky.
We'll say that to the women.
It is. It's tacky. I'm saying I always
Because the
say
moment
that.
you see that phone, you like, oh, the whole mindset changed.
This
Like, oh yeah, he about to
changed.
do
So
this
you
for
saying
me.
if it's about the
Huh?
money, that's what
Huh?
you're saying? Like,
well,
if
I'm
it was-
saying like, well, with
If
the
you
skits that
riches
they
in the
put
room,
up
I'm
there.
gonna turn you down. I don't care if I don't feel
Right,
your
I'm just saying
vibe.
not
Then
you,
there's
but I'm
no
just saying
thank you.
I'm saying a new generation. If you see like a majority, well, I ain't gonna say majority, but a lot of women, like
Yeah.
now, that's
Yeah.
what turned them on. But that's
Yeah.
where them small minded.
I was about to say, well, if that's the
That's
case,
the
he
small
quote
minded.
unquote was somebody supposed that was kind
us
of supposed to
follow
have
him
some
on
money.
IG.
Right. Follow me on IG. Did you
I
get
went
to know?
off.
I said,
Okay.
Even if I did, it
I
doesn't
went off.
matter.
That's some
Like,
lame. I mean, that's some
That
lame
is-
ass shit to say.
I don't
Follow
listen,
me on IG.
First of all, this
IG, you
nigga
get to
teeth
know
was
one.
so
I'm like,
big.
what?
I don't mean to say the
Okay,
N word.
let-
His teeth was so big. Listen, y'all.
The
I
wrong
was so
veneers.
mad. He had Jermaine Dupri teeth. Do you hear me? I was going off. First of all, we weren't even talking to him like that. But that's what.
he just got the
First
He
of
snap.
all,
got a
black
little.
men
Lick,
gotta
what
stop
happened
going that
was he got a
far.
little
I
liquor
mean,
in
he
him.
got the
No,
snap.
his friends came out and they hyped him up.
Yeah,
to
that's
stop
what I'm
being
saying. Little
outside.
liquor in your friends, just like y'all.
Cause we
Little
never,
liquor in
we
your
didn't
friends,
get.
y'all gon'
Now she got disrespectful,
I
but
did,
I
'cause he
never
was
did. I
disrespectful.
stayed like
Look,
I mean, I was
all right,
like,
prime
you know,
example.
like
I was.
just chill
Prime
out.
example. If
This
y'all,
one
if
here-
it's a group of y'all, I'm gonna just example. If it's a group of y'all, right? Y'all drinking, y'all having fun, and an ugly nigga walk up to one trying to talk to one of y'all. The whole group gonna clown him, right?
Oh,
We gonna be nice
No.
about it. We,
No.
when
we
y'all
not
walk
like
off,
that.
because the
when y'all
ugly
walk
ones,
off-
they always come up and
when y'all
approach
walk
themselves
off-
right.
When y'all walk off, who gonna be the first one to make the joke?
Brittany.
Me.
Thank you. Exactly. So
Damo
when
for
y'all
sure
was
the
just
first
in there
person
and
to make a
he
joke.
was over there trying to talk to y'all, didn't give him no love. When his friends came
I
and gave
wouldn't
him
know
that
because
extra
he had
juice,
on all white with
he
the
was
big
hype.
old dentine
You not
teeth
lying.
in his
Listen,
mouth.
I walked away. All I hear her is yelling, "Dentine, ice," looking like Jermaine. I'm like, oh my, I'm
See?
like, oh my goodness, this
Cause
girl.
she with her group.
I was gold. I was
She
walking
with
to
her
the
group of
car.
girls. with that
what
little
he
shots.
said, no, what he said was
What'd he say? You can say what he said because it wasn't good.
he said, "You want to say that you was drinking my liquor? That bitch probably want to boot 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 my."
She,
And I
no,
went
what?
off.
No, the exact words was talking about she married. She wasn't saying that when she was drinking my liquor.
She probably wanna
Mind
suck
y'all,
my
I
boo.
was not drinking his liquor, but let's keep on going with the story.
Exactly.
She
He
wasn't
was too
saying.
disrespectful.
Thank you.
Like-
So she wasn't saying that when I was drinking. She was drinking my liquor. She probably wanted to doop doop doop, and she
Moral
gonna
of the
be
story:
single
get you
tomorrow.
some friends that ride for you. Period.
She was riding for me, and I was walking to the car at that point. I'm like, I gotta go home.
We always got to
And that's
square
what
up though with Jermaine
happens.
Dupri.
My mind was like,
That's
I gotta
what
go home to my
happens when y'all
kids. I don't
out.
got time for this. And then the last person I wanted to find, I'm like, if this man find out about her arguing with a man, I don't even know what to like. I didn't even come
Don't
here
even
for this.
come back and tell me none of that.
What you
I
got to
came
say
home and
about
told
this,
you
Karen?
exactly what happened.
About what? The whole when y'all be curving niggas.
Yeah, please tell us what you think, cause we've been going.
I just feel like I don't know, man. It's just some women be like kind of like lying, like they say that they have a boyfriend but they don't, or seeing
Yeah.
somebody they don't, just to kind of curve. I don't know. Like he said, mental health, man. Like I don't know. A lot of niggas just afraid of rejection. And
Exactly.
they can't accept it. I've never been one to like really take that as a chink on my armor to say per se or whatnot. You know, if a woman feel like she ain't in the mood or whatever, because you got to think about it like this. And in y'all defense, a lot of niggas is loony. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just want to kind of go on about y'all business and, you know, nah, I'm good, baby, whatever, blah, 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 you know, and then niggas just, I've heard women lie and say they giving them the fake number because they may not know what a nigga thinking. You know what I'm saying? And that's just to save their life and their livelihood or whatever. Because you kind of gotta like, if you know you're not really, if you're not really trying to talk to a nigga, but you can kind of check his temperature and see, okay, give him a little false number so you can go ahead and go home at night. You know what I'm saying?
Call
You right then and there.
But
right?
look, even at the same time, women, you know, they have a tendency to move a little bit more calculated. Where it's like, okay, look, my phone dead, whatever. But
Right,
look,
in the car.
you know what I'm saying? I'm, text you, whatever. Woo, woo, I'm in a hurry. It's late. Whatever the case
Like
is.
you said,
And then-
mental health,
and then
because
that's
not
it.
all that don't work all the time.
It's
Because
like-
a girl lost her life like that.
Yeah, it's like so.
Yes.
But in reality too, at the same time, at the same sense, we never know what's going on. But one thing people gotta understand too is you gotta be careful where you place your presence. You know, if you in a hole in the wall spot and you know it's just some type time that you just this ain't really fitting your whole parameter or where you belong, then this ain't what
It's
it
time to
is.
go.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really be careful where you place your presence, because it's like what you living for at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I get everybody want to have a good time. It's just I don't know, calculated thinking how you move and where you put your position at. You know, a lot of niggas be
Yeah.
you want to be out and you have a good time. You see a little shorty or whatever, blah blah blah. She may not holler, she may not. You know,
Accept the
I don't
Just
know.
rejection.
relax. That's
Accept
all. Just
it.
relax.
just chill. Like it's just too much, and that's why you. Sometimes at the same time, that's why I always recommend women keep that iron on you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if a nigga get to acting, if
listen.
he feel like he wanna,
I don't
You got
know.
to.
I don't listen.
And the only reason why I say
I
that
don't
because
want to shoot nobody. I
no,
don't care.
yes you do.
I don't.
Yes you do.
I mean, I will if
It's
I
your
have to,
life
but I
or
don't
they
want
life.
to. I don't want to shoot anybody.
If you
I'm
gotta,
sorry.
if you in that situation and you got to, you will.
I
Because
said I
like
will
said,
if I have to, but it's not something that I desire
Going
to
back
want to
to
do. I just don't want to
the
do
Quilla
that.
situation, and the reason why, like I said, I brought that up because the same situation she was in, I was in myself. And if I did have a gun, I would have used
You
it.
would have had to in that situation. Yeah.
Just imagine if I didn't come back and could tell my story. Like that girl can't tell you what really happened to her.
She can't, but
She
y'all
can't.
gotta be careful too.
Exactly.
Y'all
So
need to
now-
know at the same time, but y'all need to know y'all laws too. Because
That's true.
just having a gun, you can't shoot. If a person is not a threat to you, like say if a person beating you and walk away and you shoot him in the back, you getting charged for murder.
Getting charged for that.
You see what I'm saying? Like listen, a young girl, she got kidnapped, raped, abused, all this, and was able to kill her rapist. Now she's being charged for that. She's
Yeah, I
being
seen
charged
that.
for
I seen
murder.
that.
What?
Like, and it's
I
not the
seen that.
first. This not the first
Crazy.
time
No,
though,
it's
because
not.
if y'all think about it, it was
there.
a while back. It was, I think the girl was like Mexican or something, and she was being charged for. She out now, but it took that long for
It took her a
it
while to
had to
get out.
basically reach airways for her to end up getting out of jail.
Wow.
They was finna charge her too, so you got to be careful. Like it's dangerous for y'all out here, but at
Yeah.
the same time, still know your laws. And like I say, shit, you better pull, you better
They
shoot.
trying to just tell y'all
Yeah.
motherfuckers keep your eyes in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't
That
like
that
me
It ain't the.
going through that. Listen,
Keep your
baby,
ass in the house.
I've been in the crib, but do
Yeah.
you hear
It
me?
ain't even, especially
It ain't
when
worth
you got
it.
Especially not now.
Yeah, it's-
You got a
It's
kid,
not the
scary,
time to be
you know,
outside
like,
for real.
It's just at the end of the day,
It's-
it's just
yeah.
not.
It's
too-
not
you
worth
got-
it.
There's a
it's
lot
not worth
going
it.
on.
It's
You
too
got-
much
you
of
got-
a sensitive
it's just-
situation.
how many examples do y'all, or how many times do y'all need to see something for y'all to realize it?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for it to go headline is
Yeah.
that's where it makes it even more.
We had
volatile,
another
like-
situation where the guy was, I guess the guy was staying with, y'all probably seen this. He was staying with his girlfriend. The mom and them was supposed to be staying further out or whatnot. I guess the pandemic came and they were staying together, and he was doing for her and all this. And I guess he had a mental health issue. He went on live and told his whole story about how he killed her, everything. He basically killed her. The dog was barking in the house. They got into an argument. The dog was barking. He was about to kill a dog. She told him, no, don't kill a dog. Kill me.
What?
He said, okay, and killed her.
Oh.
He said, you told me to kill you. He didn't kill a dog. So then after that, he left her in the house. He left for days. He was watching the cameras in the house. He ended up seeing the mama come and pull up in front of the house. She was calling the girl phone. He had the phone. She never went up to the door, knocked on the door, nothing. He was telling his whole story on live.
So she just
Never
in
knocked-
there.
Yes, she was
Oh,
in the
my
house. So when the
goodness.
mama pulled off, he went back to the house, burnt the whole house up.
Oh my
Burnt the
goodness.
house up. Then that's how they found out that she was in the house dead and killed the dog in there too. It was a crazy story. The boy was set up there and told his whole story on live.
That's
And
scary.
simply saying, don't try to, because it was around the pandemic time.
Like he said, mental health.
Yeah.
It's mental health. Like you
It's
gotta see
okay
the
to
signs,
get
though.
help. Like men need to understand.
But women
People
too.
period.
Like,
People in
like
general.
y'all, it's
People in
women out here that
general,
will take
not just
abuse.
men.
Take abuse from a man, beating you constantly,
Exactly.
constantly, and hurting you, and y'all still be with him. The next, what it's gonna take for y'all to get killed?
Exactly. Oh, let's
Like,
talk
it's
about
crazy.
that. That's part of the culture
Let's
too. Let's
definitely talk about
let's
that.
talk about
I know
that.
a few people like that. Like
Yeah,
I've
so
been
I would
around
definitely
people like
women
that. Like
and men abuse them in
seen
so
I
many
was
different
in
ways.
and they asked
One
me,
of
why you
those
accepting this?
relationships. I was in an abusive relationship, but it took me too long to get out the situation.
No,
It
y'all
took
need to
me
hop out that situation
literally
instantly.
8 years to get out the
And
situation.
for a man to put his hands on you, that's the softest thing he can do.
I'll
Definitely.
be honest with you. A lot of things going on with people just lacking God in their life.
Oh,
Just keep it
yes.
100. Like I'm
There's
just
so
gonna-
many fake.
I'm gonna keep it
fake
real.
ones out
Like
here.
at the end of the day,
Man,
like spirituality is like where it's lacking at. A lot of people have
It is.
taken a lot of that out of their life, you know, and they ain't even in no search of that. And I'm just
I just
keeping it
believe because
real.
they turned it too much into a joke.
Yes, like it's
That's
They
the
do.
problem. Like y'all
The
just sitting
song-
here.
Theatrics.
Yes,
It's
like,
just-
too much. and they
every
feeling
song
like
is
it's a
turned
joke.
into a rap song. It's not cute. They shouldn't be doing no TikTok dances off of no Kurt Franklin.
I'ma
Like,
just say
Kurt
this.
Franklin
we
ain't even.
are
That's
from
the thing.
like old school
we
church,
from-
so
But I'm
we
just saying, like-
we used to think like Kurt Franklin saved and all these. Man, don't believe. Man, y'all better
Oh,
pay
man,
attention.
that's
They
a
is
whole
about it's about
nother
the money.
level.
You can
That
know that
definitely
book back
right
and
there.
forth, but
But
without
my
that
thing
spirit,
with
you
that
ain't
is,
nothing.
we take everything as a joke in the culture.
yes.
I ain't gonna.
I
Church
take fake
music
churches
should
as
not-
a joke for sure. I can walk in the church and
can't help
listen
it
to
that-
a pastor
TikTok
preach
songs.
and be like, yeah, no, he's definitely
He's
ain't
not
it.
it, yeah.
And so I'm sitting there the whole time trying not to laugh or looking stupid. So
I ain't gonna lie.
they
That's
kinda
why I don't go
preaching
to
at me
church
because they know I'm.
That's why I do
like,
not go to
you know.
church, because I would laugh in your face, because it's just too many jokes out here. And at the pastor, I just
How y'all feel about
can't.
that pastor that preaching the Gucci suits and the
The one that got robbed
the
on
one,
live.
yeah, the one that got
Whole
robbed on live. How
congregation.
y'all feel about what y'all think? About him?
Money hungry,
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
a
that's
culture
just- He
preacher.
know what he doing. You know,
money hungry.
He triggering.
chasing a bag.
That's why I
triggering
say
with
you
the-
could
in
know
our
the
words.
word. That's he know that word, and he know how to.
Yeah, he
boy,
know how
he
to
turned
get
that
that.
pulpit into his own
What?
cash cow.
Yeah.
Definitely did.
What? I mean,
He
another
standing up there
level.
preaching what?
I mean,
And Gucci-
what?
what?
G'd up from the
Gucci.
feet up. Okay, what?
Talking about, do y'all got ties off? No, sir, I do not.
You don't need it. Do you
If
need it?
Your congregation is hurting, and you out here balling like.
Exactly.
Taking
and stop
from
playing.
them.
Exactly, and they still paying them. They still giving it to them. So clearly, something wrong with them too.
Because they don't know no
Yeah.
better.
I just feel like things you gotta when you
No,
come
you
to, when it
going
come
off of
to
people hurt.
when it come to like church, you gotta come like from grassroots. You gotta know your pastor from like the jump
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see them
the original,
to like
yeah.
to see them come from like, oh, I seen you from, you know,
Your
when you
worst
was
is
in
it.
your worst, and now you here and you
Exactly.
at your high pinnacle. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? That's how
I
see a
ain't
lot of
even go.
a lot of people don't understand. That's what really like true nurturing, you know, and
Facts.
spirituality and
Yeah.
your relationship, and your salvation come from. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch my, I watch like my.
has ruined our perspective.
No,
We not.
Like,
we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Not tonight,
She
y'all.
was just trying to control y'all young. Hold on.
I didn't
y'all
listen
young.
to shit that pastor said. She was not a pastor.
Yeah, she wasn't no pastor. She just was a stir.
It's stir.
Yeah. Because I was telling y'all like
That's her believing
Man,
in
I
her
told
stir.
Oh my good.
She
I'm like, bro,
believed
look,
in her
Stop.
stir.
Let's can I say this? Stop saying I don't believe in people. I believe in God.
You
And
love
listen,
them.
when I was in church, I was a diehard. Like I really I
You
don't go
love
to
the
church
church,
now,
but I'm
but
just
I
saying,
love
but
God like
you
to the
probably
fullest.
didn't open your
it wasn't
eyes.
necessarily the person. I just when I'm committed to it, I'm in it. And when I'm not in
Man,
it,
she
I'm
moved
just
in
not.
this lady house with her.
exactly.
You had a choice. You could have went home with your
No,
mama. You
I
came
did
yourself,
not.
bitch.
No.
I ain't dragged
Listen,
you.
first of all,
you
let me
always
tell
wanted
you.
to come
No,
with me
no,
because
no,
y'all love
pause.
to
Let
be
me
with
tell
me.
you
Let's put
what
it
it
on the
was.
floor.
So let me tell you what it was.
They couldn't be
No,
without me.
we not gonna put the
Listen,
They
names
couldn't
out
be
there.
without me.
No, it was me.
Y'all should have knew
Shay,
that she was a
and her.
pimp.
Wait, no.
Y'all
wait.
should have known she was a pimp. Well,
She
Well,
drug
she
us
had-
in this.
Oh my goodness.
She drug us in this pool pit.
I did
Listen,
not.
this lady,
y'all could have
this
walked away whenever y'all
this-
wanted to.
look,
Y'all
I
could
knew
not
when I
because y'all
first
wanted to
pulled
be
up and
with
I
driving
me.
us
seen the
around.
three, what was it, 2 Jags and 2, well, it was
No,
3
for
Jags.
real.
Can we talk about?
And 2 of them was broke down. That's when I knew for a fact she was a pimp. I already knew she was only taking Jags. Like she gonna get y'all coming to Sunday service looking like ladies first.
Oh my goodness.
Ladies first.
I'm telling you,
Ooh,
I
my
already knew what
goodness.
it was. Call me out the blue like, Will, you want to come
Come
up
to
here?
church today.
No,
Yeah, she
I
made. She
disappeared.
She tried to make you join the church your first
No.
day.
I'm looking
I
like
see them like
leave.
shaking and like, listen.
I was about
I'm
to
like,
leave.
that's what
She
Hey,
said
y'all
that
remember
one
we
more
was
time.
popping bottles in the church on New Year?
See what I'm saying?
we just had a listen.
You see
We
what I-
had a
That
time
was-
last night.
Yeah.
Why black people never take that?
Then come back get you a shop. We
Why
can't-
don't we ever
No,
take
not only
anything
that.
serious?
Listen, not only that.
Oh,
You can't get
God.
away from it because we done left, went to Houston, came back to Detroit, get a shop, and guess where she at? Preaching
Right
next
there.
door.
And yeah,
I'm like, dog, you just you gotta
literally
go.
like,
She just
I'm
knew
in.
she was
Y'all
I'm in or I'm out. I'm
y'all
in.
know y'all
You in or
wrong.
you out.
she was starting a whole little
I'm
cult
out
with
now.
y'all.
Cold turkey. Anybody else want to
I
ask
had
a
my
question before I
time.
ask my question?
I had a question. You done made me forget. Now y'all,
All right, go ahead.
y'all made me forget.
Go ahead.
Do you have a question?
Do I got a question?
Anything?
I don't know, man. I'm just, I'm kind of go with the flow type person.
Okay.
know?
Let's keep on.
I do got a
I
question.
did have
a
a
lot
question.
of my
now.
piggybacking. you
Yeah.
know.
I
So
had a good question too. You threw me off with this past. stuff.
I had made a status a minute ago, and it had like went viral,
Mhm.
and I had said something about
I know I got a question. I know
how
what
the
it
black
is.
men don't like, not all black men. I'm not saying all, but it's very
What is it with you and black men?
because we talking
You
about
just
the
talk-
culture.
Cause you just, but you
That
keep
ain't-
coming
that
for
ain't
black
right.
men.
But it's all right
Revolving
because
We're
around-
talking about the culture.
Okay.
It's all right though because I see why she said us like this.
You
'Cause
know,
I'm
you
gonna
know.
defend
Listen,
still
the reason why
our
I say
black
this is
brothers,
because you
no
see a
matter
lot of
what.
posts where they say
No,
women
like,
always
no, no.
bashing black men instead of
No,
uplifting them. They always bringing them down.
I don't always bash black men. I love black men. Don't get me wrong. But what I
You
want to
love black
understand
men,
is,
all right.
I do.
Girl, let her ask.
Anyways, I just no. Like,
Okay, go.
it's hot. I'm walking outside.
So why do?
Like,
Let me ask you a question. Like, why do women run away from good guys?
That's a good question.
I can answer that. I definitely can answer that.
I got an answer.
I
too.
feel like some women that run away from good guys actually don't know what
now
a
she
good
got an
guy
answer.
is. Like, we don't know what a good guy is because we so used to what's presented to us from childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we used to seeing our mama date these type of men, that's 9 times out of 10, that's what we attracted to. Unless you really going to change your
Not
own mindset.
necessarily. Not necessarily.
I'm speaking
not
for
attracted to my mama
myself.
kind of
man.
I'm
Yeah,
speaking for
nah.
myself.
Okay.
Maybe you're not, but you're married. I
Yeah.
didn't see my mama married. I
Yeah.
didn't see that growing up.
Yeah,
So,
mama pushed that. She pushed.
you seen stuff like that. Your
She
mama was
drilled it,
married.
yeah.
Your mama did different stuff. I'm not
mama
saying
did
that we
what?
always.
She drilled that.
Oh, Mary did?
Yeah.
Okay, man, I see you. Let me get home.
You
Mary
don't
didn't
really
play.
see a lot of marriage young like this.
Yeah.
You don't. I'm just speaking for myself. What I seen growing up, it had a big impact on my life. Like, a lot of stuff my mama did, it impacted me.
So
like,
where has that led you now?
Do you want to get married? Basically,
yes, I do.
No, I'm saying where is it?
Yes,
led?
I do.
I'm
Like
asking-
where
no, I'm
you
saying,
at?
like,
He's saying
where you
where
at
you
now?
at now with it? Yeah, exactly.
What you mean? Bad boys
Answer
are
the
good
question.
guys. What do you consider a good guy?
I'm not saying
Well, I
what.
mean,
no,
yeah,
that's what he
listen,
said.
listen. Hold on, pause. We not gonna tiptoe around it. I'm asking you since
Where am I? What do you mean where am I?
No, listen. Answer the question. I'm speaking very clear.
Do I talk to bad guys or good guys?
Listen to what I'm saying.
Question.
Listen, you not listen.
I'm listening.
Where has that led you now? Since you said that was the narrative of what you've seen your mother is. Where are you at right now?
I have changed that perspective. Like,
you're not answering the question.
Shit, what the fuck y'all want me to
Going
say?
around it.
Where are you at now?
In a relationship. What else y'all want me to say?
I'm saying, are you
in a relationship with a good guy or a bad guy?
What do you consider a good guy?
What do you
Like,
consider
so
a good
it's
guy?
you, it's what you
A
win.
good guy can be church going.
No. We're talking about
how he
what
treat-
you're with.
Exactly.
First of
How do
all,
your
ain't
man
none of
treat
y'all
you?
about to gang up on me. I don't
I'm
care
just
about what
saying.
y'all
Nah,
talking
we just
about.
trying to make
How
sure
your
you
man
don't
treat you? That's what we
redirect
trying to
question.
right. How
Okay.
your man treat you? That's
My
what we
man
trying to.
treats me good.
Okay.
But at first, I wasn't in a good relationship like that because I was listening and I wanted to do everything my mama used to do. Follow her lead. I want to be my baby daddy because we got a kid together and I ain't want to be a second baby mama. Yes, I was following all that. But then as the older I got, I'm like, this is not how you supposed to be treated.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
but at the same time, don't make your life from a part of your
don't
mama's.
put it
Don't
on-
do that.
And
a
this
projection
goes
of
back
her.
to I had to learn this. I don't know what a father is, so I'm searching for a father in men. I don't know what it is to have a father.
And
So
what?
Right. Exactly. See me
Y'all-
You
see,
searching
I'm-
for your father?
and the man.
and
yeah.
what I'm saying, no, let me.
I get what she mean by that
Exactly.
though.
Just like
and
men, when they
call
having
it daddy
mommy
issues.
problems.
It's called daddy
her first
issues.
Her first love was
Was
supposed
her
to be her
dad,
father.
yeah.
But
Right.
but his absence caused, a lot of trauma in
Yeah.
the upbringing area, and that's why
You don't know how you know what a man is. If you ain't never had one in your house.
that's what
Well,
she
see
did.
me
Wasn't in my house.
when it. I was gonna say
My
me.
daddy wasn't in my house.
Right, he had to learn how to be a man. He learned. Listen, let me
Yeah.
and let me I gotta
No, I
say
ain't gonna
something.
hold on, I ain't gonna say I learned all the way from because I mean coming up I was reckless. I
Right.
did a
That's
lot
what
of things.
you learned
until,
over time.
I didn't learn over time. I didn't learn until I was
Over time.
15 because Lewis came
early.
around.
That's really
You feel
early.
me?
What?
So-
You learned how to be a man at 15?
Yes, actually, it was before that. I was in the streets way before then. But it took for me to learn like what they doing right now. I did when I was young, so I don't have to do it right now because I already know the consequences behind it.
Right.
So like, I didn't really like. I was always. That's why y'all thought I was older than what I was.
This
I
girl
did.
thought you
I
was
thought you
almost
was
40.
37.
No,
So I'm
so
like,
that's why I was
Yeah,
like,
why would
but,
you ever
but me
think
coming
that
up,
he
I
was
was
almost
always
40?
around
Oh.
older. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I learned. Like I started dressing different young, like 14, 13. I started changing my way of dressing and all
Yeah.
this. So it was like when I'm I think I met Lewis when I was like 16, and that's what really made me change my ways because my pops in and out of jail his whole life. Right now, in there right now. He
Came
locked
home
up
for
when I
about
was
7
6. He
years.
was locked up since I was 6. He came home, went
Damn,
back
I
in.
forgot I met your
Came
father.
home when I was
Exactly.
21. And went right back to jail. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that's not the trend that I wanted to have for my
Right.
kids because it's a generational curse to me. So it's like I don't know his daddy. So I just want my kids to be able to know their grandfather. I don't want to get caught up in all that. But becoming a man, I learned that myself. But it did take.
It take time.
Yeah, but I'm not looking for no mama.
I'm not saying it like that. I'm not saying
Because
it
my
like
mama,
that.
no, I'm just saying, you know how my mama did me. Like
Yeah,
my mama,
yo,
like
yeah,
I was
exactly.
listen, I was the middle child, the outcast. So
Okay, let me. I'm not really saying I'm looking for a father in my man. Like I don't want. First of all, don't
that's
be
why
my
I said
daddy.
what?
I
If
think
you think you gonna be my daddy in a relationship, sir, we will not be together because you is not about to come tell me what to
So
do.
what if you get married? And your
I will
husband-
listen to my
You-
man,
but you just-
you're not my daddy.
But you ain't gonna
Nah.
be submissive to
He
your
just-
husband.
She is the fact
Yeah,
of the
listen
matter.
to my
is
dad. I mean, my father.
women have to learn. Women got to learn to really like be like
I listen
more and
to-
more sensitive
listen
and
to
like
it.
And
and
that's the thing.
submissive.
Yeah.
Like we can't have two masculine motherfuckers in
Yep.
a household.
And that's
How do
what
you
it-
know
like,
how to be soft?
what
I
you
got
mean?
something to say.
Like,
Soft.
it's not being
It's-
soft. It's
think-
about being submissive. It's a
I
difference
think,
between.
I think that goes
How do
both
you-
ways. I think that if we have to be submissive, y'all
Y'all
do
do
too.
too.
Like
No.
not
Yes.
like no. Listen, not just like us, but in a
Y'all need to
certain
be
y'all
soft.
own kind of way, like
We
in
not-
a manly
okay,
kind of
listen,
way.
we
I don't
not-
know
we
how to
not-
put it.
We
but
not saying it in a sense where it gotta be like
you dominating, like
you
it
know.
ain't, I don't want you.
That's the thing where
yeah.
we not doing a penis. What is it? A fucking dick swinging contest here. Like ain't nobody trying to be on that level, but it's like the thing y'all gotta understand as women is y'all have it so much more easier. Men just want fucking peace.
That's it.
Like I'm just
Well, I
no,
can
like for
honestly
real.
say this.
No, let 'em finish. Let 'em
I
finish.
give peace.
No, listen,
I give peace.
Listen.
My household is
No,
not chaotic.
I'm. See how you talking
See,
now?
Harry, we don't
that's,
believe
that's
you.
why. That's why, right?
Girl, my house is peaceful.
Listen,
Like very.
You see, that's the part of being submissive because you talking when somebody trying to. That's the problem.
me a
Sometimes
shot.
you.
I need a
Sometimes.
shot.
You
Like
know what I'm
now.
saying?
That's what it
You
is.
feel what I'm saying?
That's what it is. I
No,
already
women
know,
like
but
sometimes
We
you
talking
gotta
about
really
culture.
like some like let's
And
keep
a
it.
lot
We
of women
talking
like that.
culture. We talking real talk. Women gotta learn to humble themselves from the feedback. You feel what I'm saying? God made Adam then Eve. You feel me? So we gotta understand like on some real shit. Y'all gotta just kick back for a minute. Like let us be.
So, let me ask this.
Listen. Let me finish my point.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So all three of y'all feel like I'm very hard.
No.
Yes.
No, we not.
Y'all
we-
feel-
you
We
listen.
asking.
So
I'm just-
okay, so my friend
Okay.
Nika, she think
Yeah.
I'm so hard, but really I'm so soft. Like I'm really a cupcake. Like
But that's why you're so defensive too.
no, I'm. Let me
you
tell
very
you,
defensive
I'm
right
very
now.
defensive.
I'm talking
But
about being submissive.
I'm
Exactly.
so
Where
let
did
me
we
say
go
this.
from?
Let
right.
me say
well,
this.
as far as submissive, where my
I'm very
point on
No.
being submissive is what you about to
What's
say?
being
Because I'm saying you were saying women like not no. It's just like
Right. What do you feel
Been
being
together this
submissive
long.
is?
Been together
Okay,
this
you
long,
better.
so-
I'm not
What's
okay. I'm gonna be
submissive?
honest. I'm not always
It's not-
submissive.
listen.
I'm not
Peace.
always
Listen.
submissive,
Like,
and let me
we-
tell you why. Because like it be moments when I be trying so hard. Listen, y'all, I be
I'll be
trying
going
to.
at it.
Yes, that's why you
I'll be
know
going
and you
at it.
know
But I already
you.
know. I
I
already
be
know.
trying my
But
hardest.
look,
Like
this is what he
please
mean.
be
This is
submissive,
what he mean,
girl.
like,
I be in my
say-
insides like I'm trying,
like-
and he just be going at me, and so I just be like, you know what? Fuck that. Submissive out the window. Now you done brought the worst out of me.
But
I
see,
be
but
praying
that
like
right
God,
there
please
ain't
give me
nothing
more
wrong with that.
patience.
But he just saying don't be like that all the time. Because
Why do y'all
Yeah.
think
like,
like
just-
y'all? Why do y'all
just-
think I'm like that?
Not
Nobody
you,
said
just
you,
saying.
y'all in
Oh.
general. We're talking
You
about
like that right
we're
now.
talking
You
we're-
very aggressive
yeah, you're
right now.
very,
You
you're
very
very.
over-
You just said your friend Nika.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she know.
You being very aggressive right now.
See what I'm saying? And
You
that's
taking
just,
this
and
very
that's- and
literal.
that's some internal stuff that you got to do.
But like,
Yes.
you feel me?
think about this. Like men or some men being being out all day, dealing with all the bulls in the streets and all this or whatever they doing,
Exactly.
or businesses and all this, right?
Niggas wanna come home
and
and
all I
be
want to
at
come home
peace.
exactly
I
to
get
somebody. Listen to somebody that they care for a lot,
I give that.
but not want to argue. You see what I'm saying?
But we
the
mad because you
moment-
been
hold
out
on.
all day.
Right?
No, I ain't.
But
No,
I'm
I'm
saying-
not.
We
I
mad.
can't
Truthfully.
relate
You
to
been out
that.
all
Truthfully,
day.
I
hold on,
cannot
what I'm
relate
saying,
to that,
yeah,
though.
that's true though. But at the
I
same
be.
time, if I wasn't out all day taking care of what need to be taken care of, we wouldn't be having.
I
what
be
we
mad
have.
again because now we
Right now you be mad because we in the house in front of each other
Let me
looking
say
stupid.
this, and this goes back to generational
no, I'm
curses.
saying-
What you said though, I do not like when y'all said something about you can't follow behind your mom. Like that is something that I emphasize on. I will not talk to my man a certain type of way. I don't care how long we've been dealing with each other, how long I've been knowing you. I'm not talking to no man like that unless you being disrespectful to me.
You do realize
But-
they have a smart mouth, though. You do
I
realize.
do
Right,
have,
and then-
I have a
Yes.
smart ass mouth.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's part of the
I'm
problem.
gonna you get smart with me, I'm getting smart back.
No.
And see, that's the problem. And then that's where it comes
you
in
fighting
at-
fire with fire.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
you,
And
see,
that's
I
where
am
it comes in
crazy.
at
See how
now.
stubborn you
Now
are?
you got
That's
a man.
crazy.
Now you got a man that's feeling like I'm with a man.
Right.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
I ain't like that for
Women
real.
in
No,
general,
like for real.
like I guess
get
saying,
it.
don't no nigga want no female that's cutting up just like him 24/7.
I feel like y'all
He-
looking at
and
me because
listen,
y'all
he
feel like
don't.
it's me.
You
No,
don't.
that's
No,
not
I'm
like
saying,
that.
'cause
Can
you
I
don't.
give y'all-
Can I
like
give
that.
y'all an example of what he mean when he say that? Listen, like we can be at home, right? He can be going at it, like I mean, just all day long, getting smart, being sarcastic. I'm still being nice, being patient, and then at some point I snap, get sarcastic. He be like, "Who you think you talking to?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
You.
Now you see how I feel. Don't talk to me like that if you don't want me to talk to you like that because
Right.
I am patient. Like I give him a chance and a chance. Like okay,
I'm
today
very-
one of them
I feel like
days
my
he went in
patience
one of
is
those
too
sarcastic
long.
moods.
And
And
lately,
so-
my page has been going real short.
And
I
But
only do things to
I'm
like
very
get him
patient.
to understand how I feel. Like I'm not a person that I don't want us to
Maybe
be mad.
I
I
should
don't want us
record
to
my
argue.
household because y'all really feel like
We
I'm
don't
just
want to
this
see what go
uptight
on in your
person.
house.
general.
We
No,
just
I have
talking
to
about
show
a
my
just saying
friend
in
that I'm
general.
really
Oh, my
soft
goodness.
because
You don't
she
have to
always
show
feel
me.
like I'm this tomboy. Now, one thing I don't know how to do
Man, listen.
Yes, I can take lip pictures, but I don't know how to be sexy. I'm not really a.
Oh my goodness, what?
Y'all keep
well,
smacking
you
y'all
didn't
lips
just
like
feel
y'all
like
got
you
whole
may feel
suit.
like
I just
that.
said right now,
Hold
he
on, but
said I
look,
don't know how
you
to
may
be
feel like
submissive.
that, but your man may not feel like that. You see what I'm saying? You may. Okay, you may try to be doing it around your friends. They know your ass.
Exactly.
But I'm saying if you're doing that for your man may not feel like that.
Exactly.
That's the whole thing. Like when you feel like you being sexy, you being sexy for him.
When I'm at my ugliest is when he showed me the most attention. And I find that the weirdest. I be like, I don't understand why.
It's
I got
natural,
the
bro.
moo on, little afro, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, and it's like that's when he be like,
if you can't like a motherfucker in their natural state, it's something wrong.
And
If you
I
don't
come
like
out
your
the
girl in her
room,
natural
stepped
state,
out
you
like
gotta
a
go.
bad. Listen,
You look
everything.
real pretty natural.
Thank you.
I always
I'm
said
just
that to
saying,
you.
but when I put in the effort and do like the whole,
They don't
shebang,
care all
swap,
that. They don't
They
care.
want
I
to
come
hear,
out the
oh,
room,
you
this
look
what he
so
say.
pretty,
He
so
be like,
all this.
oh, you look nice. I be like, what the fuck?
That's it.
I went through all of this. I could have kept the moo on.
What
Damn, you know.
What you want me to say?
Yeah.
You want me to go get a
Yeah.
So, well, I could have kept the moo on at this point.
With
Shit.
no lashes, no
With
nothing, no
nothing.
hairdo.
balloons
Yes.
and all this shit pop on? Oh, you look nice. What the hell? Okay, you better go.
Celebrate my
Appreciate
effort.
that.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
Celebrate my effort.
'Cause
Even if you
listen.
like me natural, celebrate the effort that I put in to do all of that.
'Cause
Okay?
it's a lot.
It's a lot of work
Y'all be
for you to go, oh yeah, you look nice.
Makeup already take
What do you
about
want me to say then?
2 hours.
Damn,
you want me to- when
girl,
you
look
doing-
at you. Spin me around.
Yes.
Shit, I don't know.
And
Throw
then
a
all you
damn
gonna be thinking
parade
about in your
around that
head
bitch.
is like, this
Too
nigga
much
fake.
Instagram.
This nigga fake. Stop playing.
Way too much Instagram.
Do not watch Instagram reels because
They have
Yeah,
you
how
thinking
you-
that love
yeah.
is woo,
the
yeah.
easiest thing on earth.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
what's your question now? Go ahead.
I don't remember still. It was a good question, but I lost it. Y'all made me lose it. I'm always
You
off
had
that.
So
a
I'm
question
a
for the
ex.
culture, right?
Yeah, give us a
Do y'all
give
got
us
a question?
Oh, do you right? Do one of y'all? He asked his. You didn't ever answer where you was
Right.
at. You still
Y'all
say
cut me off.
Okay, where you at?
I don't even remember.
Okay, she don't know where she at.
Where you at?
She's still figuring it out.
She's still trying to answer her question.
She's
All
still
right.
figuring it out. It's okay. Oh yeah, I did have something to say though about cause y'all was saying
Get off my
So-
back.
oh yeah, it was something about being submissive. Oh, I know it was something about the man or whatever y'all was talking about, and y'all was
Being
saying
submissive to
no,
your man.
you was saying something about I don't remember. Dang, I'm mad. I can't remember. But I was gonna give y'all a little story about how I think it has something to do as far as like respect, like a man giving you respect, and in that case, I can say that in our relationship, like we have really grown a whole lot, like, but we had to go through so many things, and in a lot of instances, I did not always leave, but I definitely demanded my respect. Like,
What?
yeah, what? I didn't always leave.
let's
I
get
left
back.
3 times, man. That's not a lot.
That's not a lot.
That's
a
not a
whole
lot.
3 strikes,
we
you out
got
of anybody
listen,
ball
we got
game.
me demanding my respects. We got divorced and remarried in 2 months because I was like, listen, you wasn't doing this. He was doing everything except for the right thing. So I'm like, you know what? F that. It wasn't that I didn't want to be with him. I loved him with all my heart. I'm just like, I just don't want to be disrespected. I just because
talking
I
about the
watched
culture,
it was
not a
talking about
relationship.
it was. Yes, it was, because y'all was saying about she was talking about being like her mom. That's what she was talking about. And I was saying I always patterned my said I didn't want to be like how my mom was. That's what it was, not being like my mom. Because in her relationship, she took a lot of disrespect, a lot of it. And my mama is like, to know her is know she like the sweetest person in the
Y'all
world and
can't
the most
take that.
patient.
That's what I'm saying. But
And
y'all
I just said
cannot
I
look
can't
at
do
y'all
it.
mama relationship and do that. Y'all
y'all
can't do
Yeah,
that.
justify that like
It's
that.
easy.
Like your
It's
mama is
easier said
upset
than
with your
done.
mama
It's
said
easier
y'all
for y'all
are
to
two
say
different
that, though.
persons.
I
No, it's not.
refuse.
It is.
So what if a man just grew up with his father and not have his mom in their life then? And
I
what
mean,
we
that's
gonna take
cool.
after our father? What if my father like look?
A lot of
I can't
men
agree
is
with
not
that. I'm
taking
sorry.
up
I'm
behind their fathers.
we just tell y'all
I feel
based
like
off our
women is-
experiences.
They
That's
go
what we was
behind their
just saying.
mothers. Like a lot of little girls,
follow-
they is
yeah.
looking up to their moms.
And see, in my case,
Yeah,
It's
but
about what the mom example is set. Like,
And what
she putting
in their head.
What is she putting in y'all? What's she out there projecting and the narrative that she putting out there? That's what really kind of a lot of it
And
determines. But at the same time, y'all as young ladies, as women, y'all pick up on a lot of y'all own individualities
Exactly.
too. You know
I
what
just
I'm
feel like
saying?
y'all shouldn't
Yes,
take
'cause
y'all
my
as
mom-
when y'all looking at y'all mama growing up, y'all shouldn't take that in because it's traumatizing as a kid.
But it's
because
hard.
see, it's
It is
not
hard.
hard.
think about our kids. Think
How you
about
gonna
our
tell a
kids right now.
kid not to look
Our
up to their
kids
mom?
pay attention to
No, they
everything
gonna
that
look up
I
to their
do.
mama, but I'm just saying in general, like your mama shouldn't let kids see certain things.
True.
True.
So
True.
I'm just saying, like when it's time,
My
like
mama
that,
didn't let us see stuff. Stuff just still was presented. Like my mama
But
is
you didn't see
very
it till
private.
you got
You know my
older.
mama.
You
She's
didn't see
very
it,
private.
But you didn't really see it until you got older. Is what I'm
Exactly.
saying.
And so once I
but
got
if you
older,
allowed to see that as a kid, yes, it becomes traumatizing. And it's something
I wasn't
that
done making my point though. I was getting to a good part. I promise you I was. Listen to the point. The point was when I was younger, I told myself I did not want to be like my mom, so I didn't take a lot of stuff. And so we were divorced and remarried because of me feeling like I got to be this tough person who I ain't taking no stuff. But then when we got remarried, I learned that in that me being like that, I made a lot of mistakes because I was trying to only get him to do what I wanted him to do and not let him be his own person. Because when I met him, he was his own person. And when, you know what I'm saying, we accepted each other as who we were. And I just instantly wanted him to change and be who I wanted him to be. And so when he didn't do that and things didn't go the way that I wanted them to go, I left. And so it's like I didn't see it that way at first. I just only saw it as if he doing me bold, he doing me bold, he doing me bold, he doing me. But in reality, I just wanted everything to go my way.
So why did you feel like you had to take control completely?
because as y'all live in these
because of how
fairy
I
tales,
saw, yeah, and
movies
because I
that y'all
saw
see
my
when
mama
y'all
not have
kids,
control.
Cinderella,
My mom didn't
Snow
have no
White,
control
and
of
all
her
these other
relationship
little
at
crazy
all.
movies.
So it was like I got to be in control of my life. I was at 13. I have to be. I started working, doing my hair at 13 years old. I have to make my own money. I ain't gonna never depend on nobody to give me money. I've been doing like working for myself since I was a kid. I've never had a job because I don't know how to I just like being my own person. So
I want to piggyback off that. Like, why is it that when we get in relationships, and a lot of times men stop doing what, you know where I'm going with this.
they did in the beginning of the relationship.
Because it get boring. Nobody wants the same.
Y'all
You
boring.
the same. He is the exact same
Y'all
since the
boring.
beginning. Like I don't.
No,
feel
I'm
like,
not saying
So
y'all
you speaking
born.
to somebody
I'm saying
specifically,
right because I don't know right.
No, because Will keep hitting me with this. He tells because
I'm
y'all
just
boring.
saying because
I'm asking a question.
don't nobody like watching the same old rerun over and over.
So we put on a different
Time to
wig.
change some things up.
If we put on a different wig,
Somebody else.
we somebody else.
Somebody else.
Man.
I just met you again for the first
It's not
time. What's
just
your
that.
name?
It's like it be the simple things
Like what?
that y'all be forgetting to do.
What?
So what you feel like is missing?
What you mean? Is be simple.
Listen.
What's the
I'm
simple?
Dates.
He's saying, what's the simple
Why
things?
do men
I'm
feel like they
asking-
have to stop dating
Listen,
when they
I'm
get
asking
you?
you a question. Do you have
What did
that
you ask?
problem?
Not necessarily stop
This
dating,
has
but
nothing to
I
do
mean,
with
we
me,
going,
okay?
listen,
This has nothing
look,
to do with me.
we go all these different days,
like,
right?
I feel like y'all
Look.
is attacking me.
All right,
like
I'ma give you the
this
prime
has
example.
nothing to do with me.
Okay.
No, it's
So
like
look.
you trying to attack an issue.
No,
so what you trying to
so what
see?
this got to do with you? What this got to do? It don't have nothing to do. I'm just asking
I'm
a
just-
question.
I'm
Like
just- but when you hit on a topic like that, you would think that someone.
these are topics that I've actually went over and wrote down and remembered. And
No.
I'm just saying
Because every time you go on a date, no matter where we go, at a different place, you change the place up, you're still ordering the same thing.
That's his excuse. Listen, that is his number one. He hate going to
Dang.
restaurants because it's always the same
Like,
food.
why
And
we
he,
it don't matter.
and he never liked
What
it.
you mean it don't matter?
He never
Why
liked
do
it.
y'all be so? Why do you care about
Like,
ordering
if that was the case, we could have
went.
went to this restaurant we just went to. You talking about some
Yes.
changing something up. We
He
should never
is
change
weird.
the restaurant.
He is weird. He
That
do
is
not
controlling.
like
That's not
restaurants
controlling.
at
How
all.
you go to we go to a different restaurant, you order the same thing from
So
the
we just
last
gonna sit in the
restaurant.
house.
Cook the food.
He don't care. He
Cook the
likes
food,
sitting in the
put a
house.
movie
Yeah,
on.
he loves
I
sitting in the
mean,
house.
you know, it just
You don't
depends on
He love it.
I don't know.
I had to learn
I love
how to
company.
like.
I love my
had
company.
to learn.
That's the
I had
good
to
thing.
learn how
Cause
to
at
like
least I'm
it.
loving your
But see,
company
when
in the
I-
house.
Yeah.
Say,
I
but
had
when
to
I
learn
say
how to
when I
like
but
it.
see when I get to asking shit like let's go skydiving, motherfuckers want to tuck
Exactly.
their tail.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
that's some
Saying-
shit. I
Let's
want to
go
do that
skiing.
though.
I'm
Let's go
skydiving.
jet
I'm
skiing.
not
Let's
going
go get
jet
a boat.
skiing. I'm not doing. I
I
did jet
jet
skiing
ski.
once
Plan.
and
I
never
remember.
again.
Listen, remember this? Plan the whole trip. Go out of town, get a boat for somebody's birthday.
And this person is scared of the boat. Oh my
You scared of
goodness.
the boat?
She was not me.
Man, what? No.
Not me, terrified,
not her.
crying.
It was
Please
somebody.
stop the boat.
close to
Please
her.
stop the boat.
I'm scared.
Crying.
Like, we done spent all this for boats, jet skis.
Yes, we did. We did the most.
Stop
and I
taking
didn't like the
everybody
jet
out of
ski.
town or places with y'all.
Sometimes you got to stop taking people out of town with you
Oh my God! Why do black people love to sneak this?
because
We
they,
love it here.
That's-
Talking about we
because
love
it's
it
part
here.
of our culture.
We
sneak
love it
dissing.
here.
I
And
think
we
we
love to laugh
invented
at the
sneak
end.
We definitely
We talking
invented
about-
sneak dissing.
We talking about who?
Thought I heard somebody in the hallway, but we
Right?
okay.
Is it an elephant in the
Yeah.
room? What's I hear an elephant in the room?
This
What's
is the,
up?
It should have been on the podcast.
Anybody else got a question before I ask mine?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, ask your question.
Y'all is
No,
attacking
we about
me.
to-
No,
We about to
we
be
not.
quiet and
Why
let
do you
you
feel
go
like
ahead
that?
and
You
say
you,
yours.
you attacking some stuff. That's what you doing. Come
Right,
on.
you
sneakers.
actually got something off your chest or some shit that you've been trying to, you know.
I mean,
Peel out the
Okay, I have this question. Why is it so hard to break generational curses in our culture?
This is generational curses is strong. Like it ain't just that easy. Like generational curses is really strong.
You gotta have a strong mind, and like he was saying earlier, you gotta have a strong relationship with God to be able to break those generational curses. Like you gotta be the type of person that's so determined to like not be like everybody else, and so determined to never let whatever you might be going through in that moment dictate who you really want to be or where you really want to be.
Killing it.
Like, and you gotta really for real, you gotta learn how to pray. You gotta learn how to go to God first and be like, look, God,
Listen.
I repent. I'm not perfect. Repent first, because you know you done did a whole bunch of stuff wrong.
Yeah.
So repent first, and then talk to God. You know, let him know what's going on, and then and really allow him to direct you. Like, don't go off what your mind say. You know, don't go off what you think. Really let God talk to you. Give it some time. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush.
Well,
Do
he
not
was
be in a
talking
rush.
to y'all at that landmark. What is that?
We don't stop
Temple
playing
of
with me.
Deliverance.
Why you got to keep on talking about that?
I'm just saying.
We understand. We didn't.
It was
get,
so cold in there.
It
Why
was.
would you take me to that icebox?
Oh my.
It was a coat.
Y'all keep going back to this.
Trying to tell you.
Then her office had a heater.
Ooh.
But anyway,
And we got a skirt.
You gotta
These people here.
Listen, but I just think it's hard to break generational curses because to being young, you have like imagination.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about
You feel
some
like
of
you
the
know
craziest
what you want your life
imaginations
to be
because
like.
that's just like I know with y'all kids now. Y'all kids say certain things and we shoot it down. But that us as parents, well, our culture, we have to stop doing that because these kids be having
Man, he
imagination
let our
that
kids
be go.
do anything.
But okay,
Anything.
I said
Skate through the house.
let kids be kids as long as they can be.
They got an indoor
Because once they
igloo.
reach that adulthood,
Skate in the house.
Skate in the house, roller skate through the house,
everything. Okay,
Listen,
but
indoor
I would
igloo.
never forget I came over your house and the kids was skating.
that's
They was
okay.
fighting
That's-
and bumper cars.
Yeah,
that's in their
bumper
blood.
cars.
That's what I used to do.
Listen,
It's in their blood. I ain't taking them
Motorcycles.
to skating. Put them on right here.
he do not believe in telling our kids no, and he do not believe in stopping their imagination. I be
You
in the
can't
house
do
like,
that
oh
because
my
this
goodness.
is what, if you think about it, it changes over time. People like when a kid is born up until they're 6 years old, they are basically taking in the most knowledge that they can.
Yeah. So
My baby
how
is
do y'all
1
feel
year
about y'all
old.
kid
She's
been on
smart.
y'all
She's
kids
one-
been on social media?
I don't know about that
we
right
don't
now.
do-
My son
TikTok,
just
my
got
baby
his
do be on
social
TikTok.
media at 12.
Yeah,
and he
his
still
son
don't
just got
use it.
a Instagram.
He
still-
rather play games.
Yep.
I
And he
mean-
12. So
My son a YouTuber. He like
yeah,
that.
my baby like
Yeah,
YouTube too.
yeah.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about YouTube?
How do y'all feel about that?
What?
I'm okay
YouTube.
with it because most of the stuff my
You
kids
guys
watch
gotta
is
put your-
learning.
You
what
just
they,
got to
you
put
know?
your parents.
Yeah,
That nigga, I ain't
monitor.
gonna lie. My
Yeah.
son cracked me up one day. He was in this mug. I'm like, why the hell he so damn hyper and shit? He in here just, he got these headphones on in the room, and I'm sitting in there chilling. His mama in the room. I'm chilling in the other room. I'm like, why the hell he so damn hype? And shit, he just come in the room, just head knocking like a motherfucker. I'm like, I said, let me see your damn iPad. He in this bitch banging NLE chopper like a motherfucker.
yeah.
I'm in this motherfucker.
Yes.
I said, that's why your ass in here so damn hype.
Yep.
But see, the thing is with my son, as I keep it blunt with him though, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I have this thing where I don't know if y'all know who the artist Schoolboy Q is.
Yeah.
He was on a Breakfast Club interview, and he was and this was before my son was born. He was talking about, they was asking him like, he was like, yeah, you let your daughter listen to certain things or what? He said, hell yeah, I let her listen to all that shit. Let her get all that shit out, because rather it be me than anybody else, and
yeah.
she learning
Yeah.
from somebody
Yeah.
else. And I say, you know what? That hit me. So when my son, it's just certain stuff, like I take him to the gym, and you know, certain people ask, or I tell them certain things. It's like mantras that we live by. And I tell him, I ask him like how we live life. He said, head up and chest out. You know what I'm saying? Or I say, if somebody do something to you, what you supposed to do? He say, beat their ass. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? I make him repeat these things and make him say his prayers and all that type of different stuff, because it rather be me. That's like, no instance, like when my nephew, like when y'all, like if y'all follow like my music journey, y'all see like my nephew, he in the club with us and so on and so forth. His mama not get mad because I'm like, look, it'd rather be us than he out with somebody he ain't got no business with.
Who ain't gonna protect him?
Because we gonna make sure he good. He with and all of them, so you ain't gotta worry about it. rather them learn that shit early for somebody that has their best interest and that's gonna make sure they good, because you cannot stop them from being exposed to this shit.
You cannot, man.
At the end of the day, the
They
way
gonna
the
sneak
world
and do
is
it.
so
Ain't
aggressive,
gotta
they're
sneak.
gonna
You ain't gotta sneak. You can
you know
pick
what I'm
somebody's phone
saying?
up and it be right
That's
there.
It be
Yeah.
right there. So rather me keep it 100 with them and be like, look, you gonna learn this shit anyway, but I'm just gonna show. I'm gonna be able to monitor it. I'm gonna make sure that you learn it from the right people, so that way, you know what I'm saying. You not going all lost and out in the woodworks or whatever the case may be. So it rather be coming from your own kin that got your best interest at heart, rather than somebody else
In
that
the
you go out and
streets.
then they
And
hanging with
misguide you,
motherfuckers.
right. They
They
misguide
hang with
you.
motherfuckers they ain't got no business hanging with, and all this other shit. Then you wonder where all these sporadic ass friends coming with, and all of
Exactly.
that. Like, I ain't got time for that. No,
I got
you know?
a 17-year-old little brother, and I was telling my mom this, like, when he first started like smoking weed and stuff, and I was telling her like he need to do it with us instead of going out buying weed other places. Like,
people, yeah.
I don't encourage you to smoke weed. I don't encourage no teenager to do nothing like that. Wait till you grown. Say no to drugs.
But when you,
If you can,
But
say
that's
no.
what
I'd rather
we
you
could say.
sit. I'd rather,
Yeah.
but I'd rather you sit in front of me and do it and get it from me.
Yeah.
I don't want you going out there.
And
It's,
get
they
laced
killing
and
people.
yeah.
But you got to remember, it wasn't legal back then.
It wasn't.
So it was all these commercials, say no to drugs and all
Yeah.
this, and now it's do drugs.
You're
It's
right.
smoke weed.
It's fucking
This
Robitussin.
So it's kind of hard. Yeah. So it's with it being put out there easily for you, it's kind of hard. Like you can walk.
No.
He's 17. He can walk into any store right now
Yeah.
and get. Bro, I got that.
Yeah.
And this is why it's so hard
But
for
people
him.
was putting fentanyl on weed. I don't. First of all, my thing is
I'ma
this.
tell you like
you
this.
need to still tell people where
I'm gonna tell you
getting it
like
from.
this: if you put fentanyl on weed, and a person can't tell, you look at that weed and you don't see what that fentanyl is. There's something wrong with you.
Something wrong with you. In
It's
the
something
wrong
wrong
with
with you.
stuff, bruh.
But you
Because
can't
it's-
really
once you
say
light
that
it-
because
once you light it-
this generation of kids, they are airheads.
I was about to say my
These kids are airheads now.
But I'm saying,
They
like,
not looking
fentanyl
at that. They
on
say
weed, though,
weed, all this weed, let's roll it up. Like these kids now,
don't think.
They do not think. They
fentanyl
want to be
on
cool.
weed though. But come on, if your
And see,
weed
my
is, if you rolling the blunt, your blunt blubbling and doing whatever that is, you need to
Man, these kids
throw it
think
away.
that shit
See, my
cool.
kids so young. I don't have to think about any of those things. But as far as YouTube is concerned, I do let my kids watch YouTube. But I, like he said, monitor what they watch. Like I'm not down. Don't get me wrong. I still catch. They still watch videos. My 1-year-old is obsessed with Gorilla Pimp. I don't know how. I don't even watch her videos like in my house. But my baby, she is
But like I
obsessed.
said,
she
from the
love
age
her
from
like
0
pictures.
up
She
to
just
6,
obsessed
they
with Gorilla
take a lot
Pimp
in.
because
First
she
of all, what
see.
do she say? Please.
Let's
Let's
go. That's her favorite line. She say, "I want to watch Let's Go. I want to watch Let's Go."
For you
And
to
I be like,
one
"You want to
years
watch
old,
Let's
your-
Go?"
Yes, your words should
And-
not be like this. This
Exactly,
girl is,
she's
like,
one, and
advanced.
I don't watch Let's Go at home, but she likes to watch Let's Go.
But when you
and
turn on the
again, like
radio,
he was saying,
turn on YouTube.
I am gonna be that parent that
everywhere.
it's
Yeah, it
everywhere. It's on
It
TikTok.
becomes
It's
like,
on
like they used to do with us. It was subliminal
Instagram.
things.
Yes,
It was put in our mind. We constantly see it, but we don't notice it. But as you get older, you notice it. Like,
yes,
That's all
and
it
that's
is.
what. And now it's just more evident. And,
And
so
I do want to say that, like, now, because this is more younger parents. It was younger parents back.
No, they
no, the
younger
parents
now.
was way younger
They're
back
younger
then.
now.
But they
my
mamas-
thing was this.
Yeah,
My
them
thing
mo-
with this with the parents. Stop emphasizing on everything y'all see in videos. Stop bringing it to the kids' attention. Like
Kids
when
gonna
we
pay
was growing
attention
up,
regardless.
they gonna pay attention. But
No,
we was
when we
growing
was growing up, it
they
was
did
stay
not
in the
point
kid's
to
place.
They didn't point to the TV and say, "Oh, that person is like this," or "Oh, this is
No.
like this." They didn't do that.
When you
Now
come,
these
just go
parents
sit
do
your
that.
ass in the kid's place.
Yeah,
Exactly.
parents never let you be in their
Kids be
face.
just like
They
this.
be
You all
my
of the parents,
right next
they
to you
partying
like
with
What you
you.
doing,
TV.
mama? You doing that? I be like, just go in the
Brooke
room.
know not to even walk in my space. When it's adult time, she know the exit.
My kids young. They learning. They
No,
don't.
Brooke
They,
she knew the exit. I don't play that. You not about to sit
Again.
in my face.
I think I'm gonna just say he personally just give our kids a lot more freedom. But the thing is
Freedom,
he explains to them though, like if we doing something that is for adults, he'll tell them like, yeah, we doing it, but it's for grown-ups. It's not for kids. I don't want to ever see y'all pick up this, do that, this, that, and the third, not go in the room. And they gonna listen to him automatic. Okay, Dad.
That's
so
daddy.
you can put something in front of my kids and they go, don't you touch that. That's for grown-ups. Kids don't do that, because even though they know what it is, they know that it's not for them. So we not the type of parents that keep it away from them, but we are the type of parents that tell them like, well, we keep it away from them, like, as much as we
basically
can.
know
But
what
if
it
they
is.
come into
They know
like
comment, not what to do. And
they
what
know
to,
what
yeah,
exactly. We teach them, you know, especially him. So yeah, that
Kids are really. Girls
They
are
sponges
really
now.
scared of their fathers.
Yeah,
Kids,
they listen to their daddy.
Like
They
you
listen to their
say, I'm
daddy.
calling daddy.
Everything
the whole
stop.
attitude changed.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, instant.
okay, daddy coming. Let's
Not
get
Tink.
it together.
Yeah, not Tinkerbell.
You gotta call the police.
You better not call my daddy. Tinkerbell, you better not call my daddy.
You want to fight?
You gotta
wanna
call the
fight?
police
Hello.
on her, baby.
I'm
Listen.
telling you, she the most gangster baby I know.
That's trend. That's trend.
Yes, that's
Trend all day.
That girl talking about some. You want to fight?
Yeah.
How she got
I
my
just
baby
want to say
running
something
up on me
to
talking about
my
want to
culture.
fight.
No, I'm not trying to bash black men. I love black men.
She
We
really
just need
do.
to do better. Like, we need to do better.
What you mean we?
We.
do better.
I'm not saying all black men, but
Are you saying
we need to
black
do
men?
better as a culture.
So you saying black men need to do
So you
better?
should say black men and women.
And
Black women need to. Y'all don't.
You said
You want
we.
to black men?
Y'all don't
You
even.
said-
I was
said,
gonna get to
speaking of
another
black
question and another situation that went on.
Okay.
Just want to put that out there.
And it
We.
wasn't just about men, it was about women.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to bring up about when I sent y'all that video on the group chat and the girl was in front of the abortion clinic and she was twerking. I think that is so distasteful. It's tacky.
What happened?
As a woman, you
Hood rat.
standing in front of you standing on a truck and you twerking.
She just got
Why
an
though?
abortion.
What
No,
was the,
she
what
was
was
in
the
front of the
point?
abortion clinic saying she was killing a baby
And dancing?
and dancing on top of the car.
Oh
It's
yeah, that's
tacky.
very.
that's just-
I'm
that's
not
just
gonna say
a men-
tacky.
that's
It's
a-
so
It's
insensitive.
That's a mental
It's
disparity
all
right
that.
Yeah,
there.
that's so
It's a-
insensitive to people who can't have
But
kids.
you know what
Like,
that-
that's
also what
Not
it
even,
is.
and they wonder why Tudor was
Look,
saying
was she
ban
young?
abortions.
Was she young?
I don't know how
I'm gonna
old
tell
she
you
was.
what it is.
Did she look young? Was she a kid? Because I'm
She
about to
was
tell
like
you,
20 something.
It's
Suki
just-
did that in one of her videos a long time
That is
ago.
tacky.
It's
It's
social
insensitive.
media, man.
Yes,
A lot of stuff
it
it's
is.
for
It's social
recognition,
media.
followers.
Man.
It's tacky.
People
Like,
are doing anything for
to
follows and
go
all this.
It's a sense of urgency to go viral. Like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, we can sit and
That's
try
too
to
low.
act as if they don't care how low
How
it
low to
is.
go.
Think about when niggas be sitting here crying in their phones
Right,
or
on live.
or on live and
Don't
all
care.
that different
Or begging
stuff.
for money.
Like you or any. I think the tackiest shit to do is when someone sit here and show that they doing a charitable something
Yes.
and they
Yeah.
record it like.
Record it.
I,
Yeah.
like no
Recording it.
integrity, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
everything is so broad
Animated.
and open
Yeah.
aggressively with
Yeah,
social
it's
media.
shown- it's
Everything
being
gotta
shown
be
too
like,
much
man,
now.
we gonna record this, and because they have an urgency and they have like this rush to just like be seen.
seen.
That's why I go back to the first topic of like. People gotta feel like their opinion matters first. Like I gotta be the first to comment. I gotta be the first to. I'm gonna be the first to do this out. It may be a homeless individual and they got their whole situation exposed, and they may come. This person may go over there and bring them money or something, and they want to get a whole film crew and shit. Like
To do the most.
have the decency to not expose this person
man.
for what
Right.
they're
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
through. Have some
Exactly.
integrity. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, do things with integrity. Don't do things
People
at a
ain't doing
point
it with
where,
integrity. They
like,
ain't
come
doing
on,
it.
man. Because
Everything
why?
needs
It's
to
all
be
about a
seen.
like.
Social
Yeah.
media is
about a
is-
follow
it's like
and a
they
like.
Clout
want,
chasing.
They want it to them. It's like I have to get some sort of like fix out of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
Or
where
recognition
But who do
too.
we
People
blame
want
it?
recognition.
Who do we blame this on though? Because it's not just our culture.
honestly
It's-
it's
it's-
Who do we blame it on?
It's hard to blame. I mean,
we
it's-
really
right,
it's
can't
really
blame
not
it.
it's not a
culture to blame.
Because
Yeah,
it's being
it's just
it's,
happening.
It's
I
a
think,
lot of
you
people.
know what?
It's not just us.
Around the world.
It's where humanity has been taken.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
With
exactly.
this technology.
humanity,
Where's
like
the self love?
it's nobody's acting in love no more.
No.
Nobody's acting in any way where it's like they're doing stuff like from the pureness of their heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like real purified moving on
Yeah,
with
it's not that no
in
more.
full
'Cause I know-
deep down integrity. Like, and you know, like I said, it points back
I was
to
about to say.
Yeah. Did you?
I
not
know y'all
see-
been
hold
saying
on.
6ix9ine doing the
No,
most.
Forget 6ix9ine.
Man.
We
He
talking.
do.
We
He
talking
did
about the culture.
everything he just said is what he been doing
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
internet. Just
That's
doing the
because
most.
You can't come back from that.
I'm
But
like,
then-
you
he-
just so
listen,
whack. Like
he
he's so
said-
whack.
Listen, you cannot come back.
He's so clouded
One
out.
thing-
Like,
one
ugh.
thing we know with our culture, I don't care. With our culture, if you a rat, you a rat.
Yeah.
You're not coming back from that. No matter how much you give, how much you try to do. He didn't. The post said,
Lame,
"I'm in
though.
New York. All these New York niggas soft. Come on, bro. You in New York with security, holding money.
But you know what?
You not. You
blame-
trying to get your clout back. That's
I
all
blame,
it
I
is.
blame what I blame for those type of situations is the reason of being now of topics of today is because we're giving his
him
name
so much light.
relevancy.
Okay.
Yep.
So
That's why I
think
said we ain't
about
gonna talk
think about if like if you ignore the clown shit or the goofy shit,
Yep.
it's like somebody knocking at your door, you at the crib, somebody knocking at your door, and they like steady knocking, and you just in there chilling. You
Chilling.
ain't
They
even
gonna-
paying them no
eventually
attention.
They gonna leave.
Eventually, what they gonna do?
They gonna leave.
They gonna leave. Oh, this
Yep.
nigga ain't hearing me, or they ain't trying to hear me. Whatever.
That's why you see over the time.
Yeah.
You don't
Fade
hear
it
it.
off.
But
Fade away.
you think of like let's talk about this though. The Black Lives Matter issue. What they raised this fund is crazy. I got to go look at it. They raised all this money for the Black Lives Matters, and it was dished out to the.
It was a
basically
lady, right?
Yes, it wasn't dished out to the Black Lives Matter. It wasn't pushing that. It was pushing for the LG whatever y'all.
LBGT. Yeah.
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 This who was behind the Black Lives Matter and was pushing all the money that they made.
For them.
But my
You're
thing
not-
is
It's
this,
out right
and I'm
now.
just gonna be honest.
It's out right now.
I'm just gonna be. I'm how I feel. How do you respect Black Lives Matter if you don't
Because
respect your
your
own
people-
culture? Like,
Right.
can't-
Yeah.
you
Oh,
don't
that's
respect
Hold
your
on.
own
Hold
culture.
on.
Y'all
Like,
can shoot,
how?
kill
if
each
you
other
don't
and
respect, listen.
fight and
But if
do
you
the
don't
most.
respect your own culture, you still respect your ancestors because they was enslaved for over 400 something years.
I get that.
Still, but today we shouldn't be like that today.
But if you respect your ancestors, that means that you're gonna respect your culture because
Exactly.
you're gonna
So,
know what they fought for.
who
So
you
it ain't
talking
worth
about?
you killing another black. Like y'all gotta. It's like people don't even think about like it don't even be worth it. It be the smallest, stupidest
smallest.
thing, and it's
y'all
like
thinking
they
about,
still
y'all
shoot
thinking
and
about
kill
the
a person.
neighborhood. Y'all thinking about small things. Y'all thinking about the neighborhood. Still,
No, I'm
The-
thinking about even when
How can you say Black Lives Matter and then turn around and leave out of here right now? Somebody ride past you, they speed past you, you get mad. They black, y'all get into it. Now y'all out in the middle of the street fighting. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody
it's
get
called
shot. You ain't think about
That's
Black
ego and
Lives
pride.
Matter.
Ego and pride.
yep.
Ego and pride.
They not thinking
so why
about
you
it
can't
because,
say, bro,
but
you
if
know
you
it ain't wasn't
pushing
even
it,
that serious
but
and walk
listen,
away. Why you
right,
can't say
right,
that though?
Right,
Because
right. That's but if you, that's what I'm saying. If you push Black Lives Matter and they don't, you can't expect them to feel how you feel. Even if you trying to de-escalate it and they escalating it more. Come on now.
But what she was saying
ego and
was,
pride, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that ego and that pride.
It just depressing. It'll
overtake a
every time you
characteristic.
look up, it's always
It's gonna always be that.
the brother killed this brother, or
It's gonna
the
always
friend
be
that
that.
did this. Like,
But
it's
y'all
just,
know where that
gonna
came
always
from.
be
Y'all
that
know where that
because
came
they
from,
had
though.
us.
That Jim Crow shit.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
we can get it on a deeper level. Like Jim, just think about it. That Jim Crow shit. Like why we hate on each other.
Why we
and
hate each other
all
so
this
bad.
different stuff. Like come on now. When even
Why
in
do
the,
we
en-
hate each other?
even in the enslaved days, what they would do was pin niggas against each other to
Yep.
battle in times, and these motherfuckers
Yeah.
would watch us
to the
fight each
death.
other.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, come on now, like even in sports societies where you like even in entertainment or whatever the case, how we don't back each other and all that other
Yes.
different stuff, but they don't want to talk about the topics how the Jewish people always giving each other loans and giving each other
They look out for each
opportunities
other.
and whatever the case.
And the
That's-
Muslims.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta
All
look
of that.
back. Yeah, but
Yeah.
what are people not being able to get? I just feel as though not being able to get access to it because our culture started the rap. We don't own it.
Yeah,
Jews
Exactly.
own all of it.
of course.
exactly.
But it wasn't supposed to be like that.
But
though.
my
Why
thing
are
is
these
this,
big, all these
because
big
if the
record
black,
labels? Who
my
was the
thing
CEO?
is,
If you
black
look at a lot of
people
big
put their
record
heads
labels,
together
it's
with
white
black people
or
and stop
Jew.
feuding and stop hating with each other.
Situation with Kanye.
Stuff, we can come together on stuff like that.
Oh,
but
let's
it's
not
when
talk about
really-
Kanye.
I just feel
Can
as
we-
though
can we really?
Exactly.
Can
Can we
we?
really? No, I don't believe we're gonna be able to.
I don't think we can. It's
I
too
don't.
much hatred.
I ain't
I
gonna
think
say.
it's
I'm not
too
gonna say
much.
we can't.
too much hatred.
I'm not gonna say we can't. But it's not gonna be tomorrow. It's not
I was
gonna be
about to say,
overnight.
I'm gonna
Because
say
they've
this.
been teaching.
I don't think that's gonna be ever.
like this for years.
I
hundreds
think
and hundreds of years.
what happened.
So it's gonna have to be
think
something
about it like
different.
y'all ever think about something like this? Think about if any of our other races had went through the shit we went through.
Exactly. I think about that. I be
Think
thinking
about
Wow,
it. Like,
yeah.
Think about that. Like, think about how we were the ones that were antagonized and had to have the long suffering over the 400-year period, but no other race has really like dealt with that. And why you think all these different it's so sensitive when they touch on certain topics or they say certain things or whatever. When it comes to like our culture, you know what I'm saying?
And it
We
triggers.
really it's a triggering factor, and we have these narratives where when people say the slightest things like the N-word or when they do certain things like you know what I'm saying, touch on like any matter that's just like so sensitive. Like you can be like say like for comedians instantly, like
Yeah.
when you hear like comedians and they always be like, yeah, white people sitting in the front row, but if a white comedian was to say, oh, black people sitting in the front row,
right.
niggas would be turning tables.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel what I'm
You know
saying?
what?
Yes,
I
we
just feel like it's
contradicting.
because
It's contradicting.
It
So
is,
double
but-
standard.
But we've dealt with
Double
that
standard.
that 400 year of
Yeah.
trauma. So
Yes,
think
that's
about
why.
it.
We did our
If
suffering. We feel like we suffered for
have
this.
our long suffering. So
Yeah.
it's certain things that you niggas can't get away with saying
Right.
about us, bro. Like
You used to beat
know
my
what I'm
ass.
saying?
You better not even.
like
What
it's
you
on
mean while I'm
site.
sitting
Like
back?
no, we ain't having that.
No.
So just when we flip the narrative, you know what I'm saying, and we turn the table of things, it'd be like, damn, what if them niggas really deal with that? You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
why they
Bro,
sitting here
listen,
bringing
I
up the
used to think
conversation
about
of
that so
restoration
much.
and all that shit. Like
I thought about that shit so much.
Yeah.
They got a thing out like that right now called Tales. It's some tales
Show
where they
do.
tell different things where
They
it
done
was
switched the
basically
roles.
they switched the roles. I always thought about that.
It's
They
a
switched
show.
the roles where it's black men
What is it
and the
on?
white people is in the ghetto.
Yep.
See,
And it's
the
good
show is
too.
different. It's
The
kinda,
show is good.
It don't let.
What is
to
it on?
me,
BET, right?
Yeah. To me,
TALES.
yeah. But see, to me, it just won't. It won't register in my mind for some reason. It won't register
It
white
won't.
people. It
You see
won't,
what I'm saying?
and it's hard as hell. And I don't know why, but me looking at that, I just cannot see
I mean, I personally don't think-
seen how it is for so long.
for so long.
And I don't
it's
think
hard.
no
Maybe
other
a
race
white
could
person
handle what we went
can
through.
see
We
it, but
we
cannot
are some
see
very
it.
strong people.
If
Like
you from
strong
that
people.
era, like from this I'm talking about the hood. Let's
The
get
hood.
down from them roots.
The
if you
hood.
from that, you won't be able to. Because I tried it. I watched it a couple times and it just won't let me.
it's still good though.
And then
It
not
is.
only that, after it's like even you gotta think about it. We've dealt with the slavery, and then we turned around, and then the government, it was like they planted ways for us to still have to deal with shit when you dealt with crack in the 80s and taking the men out the households and shit. It's like they knew
But that
how
was-
fucking
that's
look
the whole
like
thing.
they knew how strong we was, bro.
Exactly. We could
Like,
we
let's
some
keep
strong,
that
was-
motherfuckers.
that was
Strong
the
motherfuckers.
distraction.
Black
That
people
was the
listen.
distraction.
That's definitely
Like,
a distraction.
telling you, that was the
Good
Because why
times
would
was an
y'all even-
understatement of what we went through for
Why
real
would
as
y'all
black
even put
people.
that out there for us?
Good
was a
times,
distraction.
exactly.
You gotta think about it. In the 80s, ain't no black man own no damn poppy fields, no planes, none of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
You know where it was coming from.
Yeah.
But then what did they do? Put the woman on aid to get the man out the house.
Damn.
Yeah.
So the man out the
I
house
definitely,
now-
I watched something about that.
It's
The
like,
best
damn.
thing is, listen,
They was
child
making
support,
the
child
man
support.
leave.
Come on now, y'all got to think about it. Women get the best of both worlds.
Literally.
Men don't get nothing. No, I'm not saying this.
Really?
I'm saying it's
Why do
wrong,
you
but
feel
it's
like
Why do y'all now?
no,
Why do
no,
y'all
no,
think
I don't
that?
feel like it's facts.
Because if y'all want these fucking
No,
kids that
no,
y'all
listen.
put in us, take them and
But
buy
And
them.
look,
Listen,
and look,
I
and guess
won't
what?
fight for shit.
If we take the kids, but look, if we take the kids,
Have
guess
them.
what's gonna happen to you?
We got to pay
Nothing.
child
Child
support.
support.
I'll live in. I'll pay you
You
that
gonna
child
live,
support. I
but
will be a
even-
deadbeat.
even
They
when
gonna be looking for you.
But
You're gonna be
look,
getting locked up. All this.
Even if it's in a sense of divorce, like
Yeah.
in a divorce
Yeah.
state.
Yeah, you
like,
right.
Look how all these different court systems and things of that nature are all in rule in favor of the female. Of the
Yes.
woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's always
We do win.
There's not real equality.
It's always
Yeah,
made
unless
for
you
the
got
black
your
man.
facts.
No,
There is not-
it is.
I'm saying like with men, if you got your facts, you come to court, then you
No,
win.
but
No.
even that, it's
Nah,
not
you-
even
Not
that
always
same
true.
way.
I was about to
They
say,
win.
I
It's just
know,
in
yeah, that's
general.
not
The
always
women
true.
win.
Look at it. It's the way it's set up. Get on food stamps. Put the man on child support.
Exactly.
You cannot have a man stand in your house if you want child support. I mean, if you want food stamps, and he not on the case or something like that. It's all made to get
Yeah.
the man out the house, but the woman don't see that, and that's the problem.
I watched the documentary like
They will
that.
give women all the aid from the state. Let the man go down there, nigga. You better go get a job. You better go do this, and then listen. You get the job, but you on child support.
So they take
What the job do? The job don't notify you that you on child support. What happens? You look at your check and it's taken out. Now you go to HR. HR say, yeah, they sent the letter in. We had gone ahead and sent it to them.
Look, then when child support build up, you got a warrant out for your arrest.
Yep.
Damn. Yeah.
I
y'all
just feel
got.
like child
the
support
eyes.
is
that's
not
bad,
for
but
all
pay the
men.
child
Listen,
support.
listen.
Damn it.
This is why we point back to the fact that black
Child
men.
support is not for all men. Let's emphasize on
Yes,
that.
it
It's
is
not for
not.
all men.
It's
Look,
not.
listen,
It's
I know
not.
it's not. But this where. But do you
Most
see? You
men are on it, though.
understand? But you understand what the odds and the situations that black men have to deal with. That's why niggas be saying, "Look, we just want peace." Like we hurt.
Just give us peace.
Why do you
we
think?
hurt, bro? Like we really hurt. So when
But
women,
my thing
listen,
is-
no, for real, listen,
Okay.
Talk. Let them
listen.
Cause
Like
my
for
big
real, because
issue-
that's the thing about it is because a lot of women don't allow men to be vulnerable when we want to be vulnerable, and that's the problem.
And
Listen,
then you get the back
like,
end, you
listen.
get the
Said
ass
the
end of
same
the
thing.
stick.
That's what's
Listen,
so crazy.
Like for real, like we gotta learn. Y'all gotta let us be vulnerable. So it's like in the situation that's at hand. Like, come on, man.
How do I supposed to go get
how
how am I on child
we
support
hurt.
when
We
I'm trying to
hurt.
find a job?
We hurt.
This shit build up all the time.
Niggas hurt.
Then they snatch the check, and now y'all wonder why men turn to the streets.
Then don't let you have a record
Wow.
where it's
You ain't
hard for
getting
you
one.
to do that.
Or they
Getting
gonna.
one.
You know what I'm saying?
I told you.
But my thing is
But you
this.
know what? What he just said is
Go
so
ahead.
true. He said the same thing to me. Like I don't know. Sometimes we just be having deep conversations. I don't know when he said it, but I know he said it right. And so he was saying how men are never allowed to really be
Vulnerable.
vulnerable.
We gotta be this gun ho type
Yeah.
type
all
motherfucker
times.
at
Yeah.
all times
He did
because
say
we
that.
the head of the house, we got the woman, then we got the kids. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta hold down the fort. You feel what I'm saying?
Anything break down, we got to take
and
care
we
of
gotta
it. We
take
gotta
care of it. We
first
gotta be the
force.
one first of command. Like, come on now. Like,
So what do y'all want from women?
we want peace.
He said,
Okay, peace. What is peace to you?
Peace. Peace is everything. Peace is
What is
living
peace
to
to
you.
you.
Hold on.
Example of peace,
What is
please.
peace to you?
I'm not
Can
asking
somebody
for
give-
myself.
can
Like,
somebody
at the end
give
of the day,
Isabella-
What is
we're
your-
talking to our audience.
All right.
At the end of the day,
Okay.
we're
Give the
not
audience-
talking
all right,
amongst us.
right.
We still
Give the
gotta talk
audience
to
an
them.
example.
Let's ask the question to the woman. What is your
What's
example
your
of peace?
example of peace?
My example of peace is when you come home, the house is clean, kids is in bed, they had showers, homework is done, food is cooked.
Okay, now what is your example of peace?
that ain't realistic in our household. That's my example.
mine's
My
is.
example of
My
peace
house
is
is.
my example of peace is this. Okay, we ain't had no easy day like that, and you ain't come home to the kids sleep and all that. But at some point we get them all down, and now we can have a moment of peace. Sometimes it's just a moment of peace. It may not be a whole day of peace. It may not be always having peace. It can be just a moment of peace that can make a difference because our days are very chaotic. And yes, it'd be a lot of days where I want him to come home and be like, the food is cooked, the kids sleep, ain't nobody up. It don't always work like that.
It's
so
not always like that in my household. Like
fantasy.
some days,
yeah, it's a fantasy life.
No,
so
some
with my
days
thing,
he
thing
come
with
home
him,
and it don't be no food. Like, but
yeah, my thing with him is we have a moment of peace.
Got to have
I may
food.
not cook
He
dinner.
will
Got to have
ask me. He will
food.
ask me. I
If
will
I gotta
ask him
keep
what he
going
gonna
to Coney,
eat. I may not-
McDonald's, and all that,
You got to have.
I
It's
will
gonna
get
be a
him some
problem.
food.
It's
It
got
ain't
to be
always
food.
cooking.
But he cooked though, so he's saying that. But he cooked more than I do.
But
He's a really
what
good
I
cook.
mean by
So,
food cook, it's
of
not
course
always you
he's
gotta
gonna say
cook.
that.
Sometimes you can go out and get food.
Yeah.
Just like I explained to my
Why
brother,
it
he
ain't
don't
there
know
when
how
I
to
get
cook.
there?
But listen, what I explained to him, since
He
you don't know how to
always wanna
cook,
eat.
you need
Yeah.
to ask me what I want to eat. So go out and get what I want to eat that day.
hell no.
But see, look
Y'all
how
crazy
That's
as
what I'm
hell.
saying.
But
Listen.
Man,
Look
y'all
how-
don't. Y'all ain't
If
real.
you at home
y'all
all
crazy
day-
as hell.
like how we
If
If
you
I ain't at home all day,
listen,
if
this
I'm not
is
at home
this is-
all day,
No,
listen.
I'm saying if you at home all day,
That's
and he
different.
out, you just said he gonna have to get you something to eat.
I'm not
Me
saying
personally,
that.
I'll get hungry, so
Okay,
I'm gonna make
he gonna
something. I'ma
cook. Yeah, he gonna
listen,
cook.
Let
Put
me
you
say
up a
this:
plate.
if you're
Yeah,
out
he do. He
and
gonna
I'm in the
put me
house
up a
and I
plate.
don't, if
No.
I cooked already during that week, if
Now
I
look.
ask you bringing some food back, you should say yeah.
And I guarantee you that you in the house all day and
But
you
see, a
ate
lot-
something.
a
You
lot
ain't
of-
stayed in this house all day and
And
starving.
ain't nothing.
Yeah, for real.
I'm
It
listen.
don't
My
matter.
biggest thing is
I do
look
Y'all
at
ain't been in
sometimes.
these streets all motherfucking day and didn't eat.
what you want me to stop and bring you some McDonald's?
But you want me to stop cooking some food? And
Hell
I'm
yeah,
sleepy.
what you
you
mean?
got, y'all is
You
double
at home
standard.
doing what?
And that goes,
And
and
that's
listen,
where-
that goes, and
that
that goes
goes
back
in
to when
with
I
the
said both
submissive.
of y'all need to learn how to.
Listen,
Each person has to learn
exactly.
how to be submissive.
Because-
But
That goes back
everybody
to
love
that.
language is different though. Everybody don't.
True.
Everybody
Love
relationship is not
everybody,
the same.
But you
True.
gonna get a person
But
in
at the
from
end of the day,
either
if y'all
you,
both-
for
if
men
we
or
got
woman.
women
Hold
in
on.
this
with each other. That's a
If
different
you
story.
gonna will a
It's
woman
different
or a
if you
man
like
in
it.
with food,
Simplicity
regardless.
is so much more figured out than this shit. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
And that's go for both parties, men and women. Simplicity is the answer.
What I-
But that's
Okay.
the whole thing. It shouldn't be tit for tat though. Like that's what I'm
It's
saying.
not
Like
tit
if
for
I know,
tat, but what I'm
if
saying,
I
what
know
is
I'm at
peace
the
to
house all
y'all?
day, if I know I'm at the house all day and I gotta eat, I'm gonna make
He
enough
gonna make him something
and
to
make sure you got a
Listen,
plate.
y'all gonna
Vice
think that I'm
versa, if
against
she
y'all because
if she
If
something,
I'm not-
y'all
but
feel
even
like
if
we
I
don't
get
need
home,
peace?
Can I-
so
can I-
look,
No,
Women
if I
don't
get
need
home-
peace.
Yeah,
Y'all keep
No,
talking.
we
Y'all
not-
need peace.
No,
He's not
no.
saying
Always
that.
trying to
No,
emphasize
we're
on the
not.
peace
We're
and this
not.
with a woman and this with a woman.
So you
What
telling
about
me
y'all? Let's talk about y'all.
So you trying to tell me?
No, let's talk about y'all. What's the peace with y'all with
We're
women?
not robbing y'all.
No, we want to know what's peace with y'all since y'all asked me.
You know why
What's peace?
You know why?
What's peace when y'all want me to come on? Y'all ain't got nothing
He
to do
trying
that
to
day.
explain it.
She ain't let them say nothing.
see
Y'all
that?
ain't trying to eat
You
me
trying
up.
to
Talking
Your
about
explain
your
it.
household peaceful and you is arguing.
My household is peaceful. If I call that man right now, he come to my house, it's peaceful.
You know what I'm saying?
My kid in the bed sleep, or my kid may be gone. I'm not saying
But
that
what if he
everybody's
say?
house is
What if
like
he
that.
say one thing that trigger you though?
Because you spending too much time trying to be macho. Why?
I'm not spending too much time trying to be macho. Just feel
If
like
I
what
come
I
here-
want my house to be.
So look, simple as this. Look,
telling you
if
the
I
facts.
come
Y'all
there,
can't
no,
answer that, though.
listen,
What's
listen.
peace in a relationship with a woman? Y'all don't want to
What
answer
you
that,
mean? What's
though.
peace in a relationship
What's
with a
peace?
woman? You mean what's a woman's peace?
Okay, what she asking is what? And if I come home and I'm all upset, what would you do to bring me peace?
Exactly. Besides
That's
catch
what she asked.
attitude.
No, he not. Let him say. Well,
I
let,
said
him say,
what?
let him say.
First
no,
off,
he
you
don't
gotta
get
let me know what's going on.
Let him say something. 'Cause that's
You gotta
not-
let me
that's
know
not
what's
the
going on.
case,
I'm
right?
listen. I don't even gotta say nothing. I'm gonna cook.
Hold on, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pour
Okay.
a drink. I'm gonna do
Okay,
something
he go-
just to break that. Just to break that
That
ice.
ice.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
This
feel me?
break the ice.
Because
My
ain't no telling what her day was. What her day was like,
so
or what she dealt with.
I'm in the same sense where my thing is this: transparency.
Okay.
Transparency. It's just that simple.
I had a bad day.
What you was
So
dealing
you
with
better
out
make it
there,
better.
don't bring
What's
it in
up?
here.
Okay, listen
This your
here.
peace.
Listen, transparency. What's up with you?
Yep.
What's going on?
That's cool.
It's just that simple.
Y'all have to tell
Can
me
a
that. I
nigga
know
cat-
that, though.
No, I'm just.
I was about to say. I know that, though.
See how defensive you getting?
I am defensive.
Huh?
Very
See?
defensive.
That's how
I
defensive
am.
you are. But
Because
all
I
said
don't
was-
like when y'all, it feel like y'all
you
got,
the host, so we
I
talking
feel like
directly
y'all on my
towards
back.
you.
But
No,
listen, it-
we
I feel
just
like y'all
talking
making it
directly
seem like
towards
I
you.
don't be knowing certain
You the
stuff.
one
Like,
that
No, you just
I
not
know how to
listening.
be
You open
soft.
Pandora's
I
box.
know how to
Right,
be
and
peaceful.
then you don't wanna
I know
listen.
how to be all
Right.
that. No, because parents over here telling some, I feel like you're, no, this is not nothing to do with Damo. I'm
Right,
You
just
just
saying.
not
exactly.
listening.
It don't
I
have
am
to-
listening.
it
When I
don't
go back
have
and
to
watch
do
this,
with-
You're not
and y'all
gonna be
like,
listening.
oh, I see what you mean. Oh, I see what you mean. Then y'all
gotta
gonna be like,
willing to
oh, I
take
get
it
what y'all
in.
saying.
You gotta be willing
All
to
I'm
take it in
saying
as the
Yes.
host and
is
then
I
respond.
am taking it in.
You not
You
even
gotta
listening.
remember, you talking
Y'all-
for everybody out there. You
Oh,
understand
now
for
you
out there.
reverse.
I'm
All
just
I'm saying is
saying.
this. All I'm saying is this, man. Like
I'm
when
just
it comes
saying
when
you.
it comes to
How you pulling me on me?
Hey,
when it comes
we
to
talking
y'all
to you.
wanting
It's your-
peace and things of that nature, all it takes is just simple communication and transparency. Man.
Because if not,
Peace come within
It's
Okay,
yourself.
what
gonna
about
be-
if you
it's
got
gonna
one of them
be-
men that if you mad, he mad too?
then you don't need
Ooh,
to be with
Like
that nigga
you come in, you upset. Now he mad. What the fuck you coming to the house mad for?
Why the fuck
you mad?
Nigga, what the
Cause
fuck
he
you
trying to
mad?
figure
You
out.
mad.
You gotta
The fuck?
understand. Like he
where-
might be trying to figure out who the fuck made you mad. About to go fuck him up. Fuck you mean?
No, he keep
You
it
gotta
real.
understand that. Like who
Is
the
that
fuck
what
did make
they-
you mad? He is protecting you, so he want to
So
know
he
what's going
mad
on too.
because-
That would make me even madder if you got mad because I'm mad.
The
Like,
fuck you mean? Let's go find out who making you mad. Cause it's something.
oh, okay, you better.
Now,
you
I'm
better
at
word
home
it
with-
like-
listen.
Yeah, you
Look,
gotta
I'm
come
at
off
home
like
with
that,
peace.
though.
If
Mad.
you come home mad and I come off like I'm mad at you for being mad, that's a
That's a different
situation.
story.
If you come home mad and I'm like,
What's
oh,
word with
hell
you
no,
and you
what the fuck?
mad?
Hold on, who the fuck
Yes.
What is you mad about?
Yeah,
That's
like
a different
damn.
situation.
Like you
I'm
mad,
human,
but you
you
won't tell
human.
me you mad. Like I'm about to get pissed off
right,
now.
Cause you won't say.
Cause you won't tell
Oh,
me.
I hate that too.
Then
A
it'll be
nothing
like,
ass
oh,
nigga. Stop saying nothing when you know
You know
it's
what
something.
made me mad?
Now men
I
got
left my
that
stove
bad.
on at work. Ain't this a bitch?
Yeah.
Like,
And I
this
had
is
to
what
go
I'm saying.
all the way back up to the shop and cut that stove
So
off.
you
yeah,
get
I'd
me
be
ready to
pissed.
ride for a stove.
Yeah.
See? And
Yeah.
he ain't had shit to do with it.
See what I'm saying?
I know. I'm
You
ridiculous.
see how y'all
Yeah.
women
That's not realistic. That shit is
I
not
be pissed.
realistic.
I do not like to drive
No.
long distances. I just don't. And
You-
so
you
if
be
I got to
surprised.
turn around, I'm pissed.
go
She
all
just
the way
admitted
back.
to that shit.
I'm pissed. I'm
Literally.
pissed.
That's
I'm
not
pissed.
realistic.
No, she just admitted to
All
that
right.
being realistic.
All right.
How are
I'm
you
really-
saying that's not realistic when
When
she
you-
admitted
Yeah,
to it?
Man, I'm telling you.
I'm realistically pissed. If I got to turn around and go back after I just came from all the way
You know
out
what I'm
there,
saying?
I'm gonna come in the house and be like, ugh, please have a
So
blunt
do you
already
get
bro.
mad because you feel like he gonna get mad because you left the stove on and you don't want to hear his mouth, so you
Because
get mad
you
first?
know she
No,
gonna be
I mean I'm
upset.
gonna hear his mouth be good.
Yeah,
if
she
he,
gonna
if
be
he in
upset.
the mood to argue, guess what? He gonna argue with himself most of the time, but he gonna argue. So it don't necessarily be about what he gonna say. He don't even have to tell me. He'll be like, okay, you still
Okay,
at work.
I got a topic I want to touch on. I really want to get on this shit because this is like really like
Oh, it's hindering. It's like
No, it ain't.
Your head.
no. I want to know how do y'all feel about the household? Like, do y'all feel like men should pay all all the bills. Women should pay a portion, or how y'all feel about? I want to know about that.
You talking to women?
Us first.
Both parties.
Oh,
Y'all
okay.
women
All right, I'm
first.
gonna
Well,
say
I
it's
feel
real.
like-
Hold on. Before you get to going. Before you get to going, let me go ahead and get mine
Get
out.
yours off, dog.
Because I'm gonna tell you like this. My thing
We
is,
know who
like,
are the
Wait
big
a
draws
minute.
now.
Go
on, let him talk,
ahead,
let
big
him talk,
draws.
let him
Go
talk.
ahead, Mr. Big Draws.
Let him talk.
I ain't gonna say
Let
because
him
I
talk.
am me
please.
personally.
Shot, please.
Me personally, I keep a board. You feel me? So I know exactly what my bill's gonna be every month.
Right.
From the so that's like, even if it falls short, you should know. Like, just have it just in case. You know what I'm saying? Even if I
Yes.
don't ask you, but
Just
when it comes
have
to
it.
bills, man or woman, they shouldn't even. Y'all should worry about it, but it should be to a point where y'all come to agreement where y'all know how y'all pay y'all bills.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
It's called
but
being.
if you get to a point where, say you working 70 hours a week and I'm working 40, and you feel like I gotta pay all the bills, but you working 70, you just want to put it in your pocket. It's selfish as hell.
Yeah, that's selfish.
No matter what.
It's called being. And that's
Because
the
when you a
thing.
team, you make more money,
Interdependent. Like people get this whole dependent, independent, and it's interdependent.
and that be the problem.
Like we gotta be interdependent on what works for the unit because we don't know what the fuck society may come to.
Yep.
You feel what I'm
Yep.
saying? We can sit here and think that this shit can be forever all day, but what if the world turned around and something else happened drastically? We ain't
Shift shake,
unexpected, some shift shaking
See
or
how the
whatever.
payment is,
Then I'm the one that's used to paying all the bills or whatever, and you just tucking and doing whatever you do. Like we gotta understand, like times change,
Yes.
and that ain't about pride or ego and a motherfucker making it feel like, oh, you the man, you supposed to no.
Money
Listen,
shouldn't be a problem
nigga, shit
when y'all
shift.
together.
Nigga,
Stuff
they
change.
creating digital currencies and all
Yep.
kind of different shit. So who knows, nigga? The paper dollar value may go about and
Decreasing.
it's gone, it's dispersed. Then
Yep.
what? We
Dollar
both
like a
dumb
penny
as fucking.
to a dollar like a
no,
penny
nigga.
these
You know what I'm
days
saying?
anyway.
Your money.
Shit.
No,
come
But
on,
no,
like
and I can say like in our case, we've been together so long where it's been times where he was doing good and I ain't have to worry about nothing, and it was times when I was doing better and he still would do what he could, but it fell more on me. And now we at a place where I don't really do anything, but I don't. But like he said, if he was to call me and be like, okay, baby, this month I need you to do X, Y, Z, I'm not gonna come and be like, what? I don't do that. I don't pay no bills. Why would you ask me for my money? No, I'm gonna be ready. Like, okay, you said this is what we gotta do. It's done.
As long
Ain't
as
no
I just
questions,
feel
no
the-
if, ands, or buts. I'm not gonna question.
I
you.
just want to
feel
say
it's-
something to the women too. Stop downing black men because they cannot pay
ain't just
all
black.
y'all bills.
You got Mexican,
Women
pay
pay
your
your
own
We're
bills.
talking
But
about
you
the
think
culture.
about it like this.
We talking about the culture because they always talking about.
I ain't gonna say
But
that.
you think
what I
about it
know
like
about
this:
is
pay some bills.
if a
Never mind,
woman,
I changed my
if a
answer.
woman knows she got a man that's gonna ride for her, she gonna stick there. If a man knows he got a woman that's gonna ride for her, he gonna
For
stick
sure.
there because it ain't gonna never be about the money no more.
Oh yeah.
Now
for
we
sure.
want to just have fun, and when we can have fun, it's a big difference.
Right.
But when you sitting
Two
up here,
incomes is better
when you
than
sitting
one.
up here every month that I gotta pay for everything, then you want me to take your ass to dinner? Oh, dinner gonna be a hot meal and a microwave, a TV dinner. Because I'm just telling you, like,
Because he paying on, and he
seriously,
not
but
lying.
this how it
He
go, like-
He not playing
like
these, y'all.
seriously,
Listen.
like then, but
With
if it's a mutual
look.
thing, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we know the bill's gonna be paid,
Right.
and then a woman
Now
should be
we
like,
can
shit,
go
nigga,
out.
just throw this on the bills because I was gonna go spend this and blow this on some bullshit. But just
Anyway,
realistic,
yes.
this being real.
Yes.
But some don't think like that. Some
Real
like we
women,
say, prissy.
little girls.
Oh no, I want to take my money and go get some bullshit.
Because they want to impress
Instead
the
of
internet. They label
making sure
wars.
my household
you gotta,
taken care of.
Like my uncle said some of the realest shit. Like, and God rest his soul. He just was like, you gotta learn to build something with your friend. Like, build something. If a woman just see material things and things of that nature, she just see herself. That
Yep.
was some of the realest shit that he
Yep.
could have ever like put out in the universe and displaying that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they don't. When they don't see, when they see just that, they only see themselves. And I just think like
And that's
a
where the
lot
failure
of
part come in at.
a
That's
lot
why they
of-
run. That's why they the ones be dealing with
Yeah,
the most.
man,
Always going through
like-
bullshit because you ain't looking at the man
And
for who he is. You looking for the dollar.
But a
you
dollar,
see the
yeah.
money.
and it's so crazy how they just so like fucked up in the head, man. It's like, and we fucked up too.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like,
We
it's
are.
some
Well, you
scurvy
see it now.
niggas,
They
like,
putting the shit out
You
here now,
know.
just making it be freely with it. Like,
I mean, Instagram
You know what
making
I'm
it to
saying?
where it's like now, if a man gonna have what you on a build, you got a roommate. I do not believe in that. Okay, I do not
or
believe
what
in
is
that.
no, that's
I
bullshit.
do
So
not
if
mind.
not, if you just
Like,
laying up under a man,
basically,
what they used to say
if
was
a man is living with you
shacking.
and he
Yeah.
paying
Yeah.
bills
Yeah.
too, that's your roommate.
So that's the case. So if you just so that's
So
my
basically,
thing is if the
if you
man
gonna
doing
have a
everything
baby
and
on
you
the
stand
bill,
over a man
that's
house,
your roommate.
No,
Listen,
that's still my man. And
Damo,
we gonna go have
what
them
you
bills
saying? If
and
you
get
stand
that
at a
shit
man
done
house, right,
and have fun
and
the
you
rest
just
of
up
the
under
month.
him, he paying everything. That mean you just what they used to call it was shacking.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just
Cause
shacking with this
Because
man.
you got
You
a
feel
you
me?
got
You
a
spending
peaceful
everything on your own.
You got a peaceful environment at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Especially and then think about it like this. Considering the kids too, we ain't gonna talk about the
Exactly.
kids.
Ain't gonna talk
And
about
what
the
they
kids.
need. That's the reason why
Like,
I don't
you
think
want
I
a nigga
mind.
to pay bills, all the bills in the house,
And take care of the
have
kids.
and
And the food.
and have you and look not
And the
only-
cars.
and look, and not only that, make sure I'm maintenance too.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's
to
a
harbor,
lot.
bro.
Yeah.
So me
That's a lot
going
to
back to
harbor.
that, and I feel like I said before, I'm not just beating up all black men because it is some great black men out here. And
But
for
you shouldn't
example,
bleed up black men in general.
Mm-hmm.
Some black men just need healing.
some black men can kiss my ass.
Some black
Okay,
men. Okay, you
I don't
taking
give a
shots
fuck.
now. Like
Woo!
black
That
men-
one right there. I'm
because
cracking
at the
up.
end of the day, a motherfucking black man knocked me out. You think he gave a fuck about my life?
okay,
No.
we understand.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's
So-
a different
But
situation.
that's a
It's a different
different. That's a
situation.
different
So
one.
some black
It
men
comes
kiss
That,
my
back-
that
ass.
goes back to the mental
Don't
health
say
because he
some,
got to
that
have some
particular
type
one.
of mental issue
That
He
particular
kissed
for
my
him to
ass.
go
That's
that
the same situation
far.
when we said if you'd have had a gun.
I would have killed him.
You see what I'm saying? It was gonna be a different story. We wouldn't have been.
You would have
having
been
this
dead,
Seven
Harpo.
Figures podcast.
You
You know
would
what I'm
have
saying?
been
We've
dead.
been worried about
But
something else.
I don't feel
And
like
Tamika
a
write
man
letters
has to pay
again.
all the bills. No, I don't
did
feel like
what?
that.
Right, Brittany, some letters.
Oh, right, okay,
Write down
hold
on
her
some letters
down. He
again.
talking about I'm gonna be holding you down again like I was the last time you went to jail. You know,
Sure was.
I was
She
her
was right
ride or
there.
die.
Her
He
ass
was
said, "Pick me
he
up."
was so mad at me.
I said, why'd you write no
Why
rap letters every
you
day?
put money on the books like she gonna? I bet
said
you
she ain't
look,
gonna-
I
look,
bet you she won't do
you
that
didn't
for you.
get
I'm
the
like, that's
first
my
one.
friend. Yes, she
You
would.
didn't even get the first letter.
Tickets.
Man, tickets,
Oh my
man.
God.
I was holding her down. I was listen. P.O.P. She did 3 months. Listen,
I'm talking about- I'm
yes, she
asking
was
her
in
ass.
jail. I
Look,
was
she just
so
sent the letter out
sad.
yesterday.
With the jail, you gonna write him?
I was
She
holding her
was shit,
down,
shit.
okay,
I'm
like
right
she
that
was
nigga
doing
on,
time.
JPay or whatever they get
We
out.
had JPay then.
Right, we ain't had it.
JPay was out.
No, it wasn't.
My
whole
girl
thing
was in there.
She just sent
Listen.
you a letter yesterday. How the hell
Turn
is
it
you
out.
writing another one? She ain't even got that one yet.
We had a lot to talk
Damn,
about.
let her
That's
get
a
that
lot.
one.
How long?
Let her
How
get
long?
that one.
Hey, what
I
was
don't
you,
remember.
Did y'all go? You ain't go up there and see her?
I was
couldn't.
there to pick her. No, I didn't go see her, but I was there to
couldn't.
pick her up when she got out.
I
Though.
couldn't even see my baby.
Yeah, I was there to
I
pick
couldn't
her up
see
when she
nobody.
got out. Though
They didn't come. Like I had.
I was right there.
You writing
I
her like
rode.
she in prison or something.
Listen, I do not like driving far distances. I gotta find that video. That girl was running out that boy. I'm like, we was like
had braids in
Glorilla
the
on
back.
FNF that day. She was coming out that prison like, let's go.
Yes, I was so happy. I couldn't go to sleep. I was in that top.
Yes,
like,
we was
12
so
o'clock
out
yet.
of bubble lip. We was so happy.
I
when you
called
know
Nick
you
was
going
like,
home,
please
though?
come get me at 12.
No.
I
Remember
was
when
there
y'all?
too
Remember when
early.
y'all was together and y'all had to come get me from which one call? And I kept
He
calling.
kept calling, come get me out of here. I'm like, I'm
I called you at least
downstairs,
100
man.
times. Like, man, come get me out this
I'm in the lobby. They won't let you out. It ain't me. I'm
They want
here.
some
They been
bullshit.
called
I'm
like at
talking
least
about-
20 times within like 2 minutes. I'm like, no.
And then this Warren, like Warren was on some straight
Man.
bull. They come
Oh,
to
yeah,
feel like
okay.
you about to go home.
We say that to say pay y'all tickets now. Don't
Please
be out
pay y'all
here.
tickets.
Make that a priority. If you a couple,
They coming,
pay
bro.
tickets. Pay tickets.
Stop making bad
crazy.
decisions.
Together, chat.
Niggas sending
Make good decisions,
For
please.
tickets. They will say
Like,
you
for
under the jail
tickets.
for tickets,
It
okay?
be because they do
Stop
that
playing.
amnesty shit and people don't show up. But it ain't like they put it on the news or nothing like that. They just
do
say
that
we
shit.
have
They
it
just
this
say it.
particular
They do
time.
that
So
shit hidden like
Yeah.
a motherfucker. Like
I
Man,
showed
they
it to
do
one. It was
so-
like 6
I
people
feel
in there.
they
Like
do it
damn.
so we won't know.
Facts.
So y'all said don't say we won't know. So that's why the other people be there first, and they fucking tickets be paid in full.
Well, my shit good.
So we gonna say this:
Caught a ticket over here too. Riding from
Yep.
over here.
Yeah.
get your shit together,
Warren
my
do
people.
not play. They will
That's
pull
all
you
I'm
over
gonna
for
say. Get your
anything.
shit
And
together.
we love our black men,
We
okay? We love our black people.
black, light
love you
we
skin.
guys.
just want a little love. That's all.
Everybody's
give
one
love.
We
love.
want a lot of
And
love.
peace.
Fuck a little.
We want
Yes, we
love
need a lot of
too.
love, a
As
whole
black,
lot of
a
love.
black woman.
Truthfully,
I want
y'all
love
get
too.
it, but like I I say, like it just get. when the family get broken up, like even when you think of it when you're young and then you catch a baby daddy. Now you hate your baby daddy. Y'all wasn't like that when y'all first met.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's the system is made to break us apart so
Men
far.
make you hate them.
I'm gonna tell you,
No,
I'm gonna give y'all
telling
like
you,
They do.
I'm gonna give y'all like a
Look
prime
at the
example.
history.
Men make you hate them because it comes like my thing is this, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let you say so. I'm sorry, but when a black family do part, 9 times out of 10, and it's not all men, the mother have the kid
Yeah.
all the time. Not even only just that, the disrespect comes after that too, because now you feel like
But
should
at
nobody
the
be
same
around your
time-
kids.
And the mother feel the same way.
But that's
Yeah.
cool.
What do you mean
But
it's
we
cool?
not about
It's-
to go that
No,
far.
everybody
like,
don't say
shit,
that.
what?
Yeah, I'm about to
No.
say every
My
mama
son,
don't
mama,
feel like
put-
it.
I
listen.
don't feel like that.
My
His
son,
son
mama
mama gave
pulled
me
up-
hell to
What?
his son was
I'm-
4 years
I
old.
I took my son a Fortnite party. She wherever
he
she
was like
at,
8
drunk,
years at
whatever
that
she was
time.
at, she pulled up to my house.
I had to
Ready to
listen.
fight. This is
I
how
had
I
to-
met her
woo, woo, woo.
significant other.
Get
You
up
feel
outta
me?
here.
Because this significant other was
Quit.
like,
But anyway,
I told her to
Listen.
go ahead. But the
Baby.
significant other like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna
because
pull her.
when
this
Bebe
thing,
pulled
but-
up, Bebe was ready to go too. Don't pull up on
Exactly.
me.
See what I'm saying?
I had to
My
say,
boyfriend has
Yeah,
a
I'm
teenager,
about to say that.
and yeah, like the bitterness just always gonna go on when you want that
It's
person
gonna
and
be
they
like-
see that dollar sign.
Honestly,
Like
I had
when you
to-
see that dollar sign, you know that person is a good person, and you let that person go. That's what
it's
happens.
gonna be that. It's gonna be that. But my whole thing is, y'all made that decision together. It was a mutual decision. So what's the point? So whatever goes on at
Well,
your
mine
house,
wasn't. I
it's
made my
going
own
on at your
decision
house.
to
And whatever
walk
going
away.
on at my house goes on at my house. It shouldn't be no thing. You shouldn't have to worry about what's going on over here. I won't worry about what's going on over there.
let's hear that one.
Well,
What
it's
he about
like
to say?
people don't know how to
so
do
my
that.
thing
They
is
don't.
like I had a like a recent theory. Like me and my pops like really kind of like had a. It was like I want to say kind of like a lot of inconsistency and shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to learn to like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never hugged my daddy all my life.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The way I did like last week, and I didn't know how much he cared because like when he started, we was just at the crib and shit. Some shit had happened, and I pulled up on him and incidents had occurred or whatever, blah blah blah. And we just got to talking and rapping, and we started having cigars. Like my sister was over there and his little friend, and you know what I'm saying, whatever. And it was like it fucked me up because I don't know how this shit came about, but he brought some shit out that fucked my head up. He started bringing out like my high school tassel and started bringing out like this nigga had pictures of when he went. I mean, he had court papers of when he went to jail for going to give me some diapers. It was like court papers from '94. The reason he went to jail was because he had a rifle when he just left from the gun range, and I think it was like deassembled or something, but it wasn't nothing illegal. And he was like, I still got the court papers from when I was going to get him some diapers and shit. And he brought this shit out. When I say the motherfucking court papers was crispy as this damn flyer right here.
He kept up
It's
with.
something that he
I'm
shared.
like-
It's sentimental to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro, how you got this shit? And it really fucked me up because my dad was the one where it was like, you know, I heard the backstories of, you know, my step pops giving him like the ultimatum and, you know, he was gone and it was years that went by. It was like 10 years and that gap that had occurred. So, you know, we had our feuds and our differences and shit, but I don't know, it was just something about last week that really like fucked my head up. And I'm like, literally, I don't know if it was just the tequila we was drinking and the cigars, but I just knew it was a sense of emotion that needed to just like be let out.
Did it make
know
you
what I'm saying?
appreciate
That
him
it
more?
Gave me that closure to just be like, damn, man, my dad really gave a fuck. Like he really
Yes.
cared, and he was like, man, I'm always there. Like he's showing me pictures of my siblings and oh shit, and I'm just like, he got all this shit. Like my dad got OCD bad as shit. And that nigga got shit just like organized to the T. He bringing these folders out, and it's like, damn, bro, you really care, man. You really gave a fuck. And
Even
I'm
when he
like,
couldn't be
Even though he
around,
wasn't-
he
yeah,
couldn't be
yeah,
around.
that's what mattered the
and,
most.
Yeah.
I told myself, I said, I don't even blame. I can't blame him. I can't blame my mother. I had to really blame time at
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Blamed because they ain't had this shit figured out, man.
Nope,
like
they was
Mm, we
they was
don't have it
kids.
figured
Just
out.
Like, you know what I'm
We
saying?
We
Like,
figuring it out, right?
At that
I am
time,
figuring it out.
But
how
being young, we don't know that.
we don't know
We
that
don't
shit.
know
so
that.
when you really grow up and you analyze things and you think about it, and it's like, dude, it's just really just the timing of how shit happened. So we can't really blame and put the, that on anybody, and particularly, especially if, individuals are trying to make their due diligence and their best efforts in whatever way that they can. You know what I'm saying? And he just was just telling me backstories and that shit, and it just really like got to me heavy, where I just like ballsed out crying.
And
I
then,
mean,
that was the era.
I poured.
That was the era though. Like back then with them, that was the era, like 90s, and you know what I'm saying. That was the crack era. You know what I'm saying. The big era where they was really at our.
They
people.
was hustling.
They made drugs #1 thing. You know what I'm saying. So the smallest thing can get you the largest.
I
amount
can't
of time.
relate.
Like that shit.
I can
really,
relate. Like
it hit me hard.
I can agree with him as far as my dad. Like,
hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
You too. Like my pops.
Excuse me, sir.
My pops
So, but
left
don't
when
Corey
I was
Hendrick me.
young. He
So, but
came
don't-
back when I was 6. And only other thing I remember my pops from was a video when he broke all them people out of Ryan prison. It's on YouTube.
Oh,
It's on
yeah,
YouTube.
he did
that's the
something
only
about that
video
when
he
he
left
robbed
when
that.
I
He
was.
did that?
Yes.
Yeah, that man
My
crazy,
pops
man.
was young. Like
That
he
man
broke all
crazy.
his people's, most of his
watched that
people's
video
out of
like
Ryan
3 times.
prison when it was on Mile. When it was over there on Mile, he broke them out of there.
Oh my God, watch that.
Then-
That was your daddy.
Yes, and then he didn't come back until I was 10. Then got locked back up when I was 11. Then left again when I was 11. Came back when I was 21. So it was like a whole bunch of gap, but I always wanted him there. And what really made me like really start to pull back from my pops, because I was young. I was following his footsteps. My brother and them, I was locked up. I would be right him in jail. My mama say, "You gonna be just like your daddy," and that's when it hit me. I was like, "Fuck that! No, I'm straight." Started trying to change. Couldn't change my ways. I had this bloodline. I was still doing the same thing. Anything to hustle to make the dollar. My pops came home when I was 21. He was here for a while.
But guess what? That goes back to me saying you got to have a strong mindset and not believe everything that people say, because he was following in his footsteps, but
When I met
it took
him.
his own mind. It was nothing I could say. His mama could, nobody could say to him to make him want to change. It was him. He decided like, okay, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. I ain't trying to be for this street shit. I need to figure out what I'm good at. He didn't know that he was a good photographer. He didn't know he could cook like that. He didn't know he can build a porch from the ground up. He didn't know, like, this man can take a car, disassemble it, and put it back together. But all those skills he didn't recognize as a young boy. It wasn't until he got older and decided, okay, I'm not gonna follow behind what my pop's doing. I'm gonna do something different, but I don't know what that thing is. So this man, I done watched him go through at least 20 different trades, but he good at all of them. But he had to go through these different phases in his life to figure out what else am I good at besides getting in trouble, going to jail, and being in the streets. But see, the good thing about having a woman who believe in peace is I let him go through those phases. I didn't give him a hard time. I think only once. One time I gave him a hard time. And it kind of like put a little feud between us for a second.
More than once.
Man, it was that one time at the Pasadena. You know what time I'm talking about, and I brought up them bills, and you was so pissed. He was mad at me for a long time about this because I was mad because he was, again, coming out of the streets. And he didn't have a job, but he was like in between. And so the bills kind of like was getting backed up, and I was working. And I'm like, man,
So
you got to
pick up the bills.
What I said, I did. But I'm like, man, you got to do something, because it felt like it was just, my mom and them was living there. It was just a lot going on. I'm like, come on, somebody got to do something. And so because I said to him, man, you better hurry up and figure out what you got to, it was like something triggered him, because in his mind, you see me trying. You see me trying to come out this. You see me going to these job interviews and they turning me down because I got a felony. You know my situation. You know I'm a hard worker. I remember him working the job, and while he was working the job, they fired him because they didn't do the background check before he started working. And he was one of the best workers on the job, and they took him right off because they did his background check after.
But if that was
so,
if that was them, they would have kept
But
that
see, at
person.
that
But
time-
by being us, they fired him.
Exactly,
But
they
see,
fired
I
him.
mean, it was-
so he
it
had
was
to go
bad,
through
but
all
at
of
the same
that.
time, I did go through the situation where it was a blessing in disguise because I had 2 felonies. But in your
Yeah.
lifetime, you only can get 1 dismissed. So what happened was I ended up doing a situation with my
So you
daughter
got
get
him. You got them 2 back to back, or did you
Yes.
have them?
He got them back
Got
to
them
back.
both
Wow.
dismissed.
Yeah, and
I
they
got
both
my,
dismissed.
My misdemeanors dismissed.
Yeah. Okay.
So what happened was when I went to court, they end up, instead of taking my most recent one, they end up. I was under HIDA,
Right.
but I ended up violating the HIDA. So they end up, instead of them taking my most recent one, they took my old one first.
Right.
Then I sent another letter to the judge. They gave me another court date and took the other one. So
That's
when
what's up.
they did that,
Yeah, he good.
Then I
But
was
listen,
working
and
with-
now he
but
can get a
also-
job, but still won't because
No.
again, now he figured out where he is. We do credit repair,
Why would I
tax,
do
we
that?
do everything. Like
Yes,
we,
why-
we
No,
are
when
our
I
I'm
know
not.
what I'm
bosses
capable
now.
of doing
Exactly.
within myself.
But it took for him to go through all of
All
that
that
to
to
realize
understand
we gotta
his
be
worth. His
Yes.
worth as an individual.
Exactly.
As his independence.
But if I would have been on his head all the time, oh, you ain't this, you ain't got
probably
this,
would've
you
gave
ain't. He would have been
But
like,
see,
fuck
but
that.
a
I'm just
lot of
gonna do
people
me.
stop at a felony. Though.
I don't need no
Like, a
woman.
lot
We
of
wouldn't be
people stop at a
married.
felony.
You
Like
know,
my brother just did 15 years in prison. Like
and
15,
came home and
came
doing
home,
his shit.
got a
He
car,
on his thing.
got
He
two jobs,
yes,
crib, all this.
doing
And
his
people make
thing.
excuses.
People make
He's
so
doing
many
his
years,
thing.
I'm hip.
Being a good father. He a grandfather now,
Now
and
he a
his brother is doing his
grandfather, yeah.
damn thing. Come over there, and get my kids
Let me
money.
tell you something.
Do
I
stuff for
can't
my
relate
kids. Y'all hear
to
me?
daddy.
Like,
And
yeah.
I
he
got
was the one in
daddy
prison and
issues.
just came
My
home.
kid,
He bought my baby shoes, out everything.
But that's how you know.
I can't
it's a
relate
person
today.
trying.
I got daddy issues.
Okay, we know you
We
hurt.
know you.
I ain't
My
hurt.
girl
I don't
got-
care.
My girl, like she's.
But truthfully, look,
That nigga
truthfully,
got daddy issues.
truthfully,
I
I'm gonna
can't
tell you like this.
F's,
I'm gonna
like-
tell you truthfully, it's not gonna never leave you
It's never gonna leave
because
me because
I
that
was the
boy
same
is
way.
never
Like
filled.
with my pops, when they, all I want, like coming up and all I see all these people with their daddies and all that.
You can leave with your daddy, but I can't leave with my daddy.
Yeah, mama
Spite.
don't say
Alright.
that.
Feel me? That's how my mama used
And
to
I
hit me.
could-
Like,
that's
I'm
how
your
my
mama
mama
and
hit
your
me.
I could
daddy. And I ain't
piggyback
like
off that
shit.
too.
But
My
I knew
daddy
who
was
my
in prison
pops was,
too a
though,
lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So-
But it's like when you actually grew up and you
And that's
never
your daddy
seen
is
this
your
figure.
first
Only
love, so I
person
can
you
understand
see.
where women come from when they say they
All
fight
I
this
seen
out
was
in
my
their life.
mama. All I seen was my. All I seen literally was my mama and my grandmas. Of course, the men that she dated, but I never seen a father. Like, what is a father? I've never got a kiss from my daddy. I've never hugged my father.
Yeah,
So it's like
my
what is a
daddy was
father?
not there financially, but he was definitely there,
Man, that-
supportive and my daddy will never stop. Even to this day, I have to remind him, I am an adult. I'm not a kid. So stop treating me like I'm your baby. I got a husband. My daddy would come to my house, start cleaning up. This my baby. My baby's. And I'd be like,
Clean up the
listen, man, you can't.
outside.
But he never was there financially, but always was just there. His presence was always, and I know that he
Be
loved
there.
me. Like, and I can appreciate that. But sometimes he can be a little overbearing though. Like just a lot of overbearing sometimes. But I appreciate his presence. Like, even though my daddy didn't always have money, I always said he didn't always have money, but he always let me know he loved me. Like, I remember one time I was so drunk, right? They brought me in the house. He brought me
Oh,
in, him and my
God.
daddy, right?
Oh,
So
my
listen,
gosh.
I woke up the next morning. I didn't know what happened. They talking about daddy gave me a bath. I told
Oh,
him,
my God,
listen. So
what?
they
No,
told
Daddy,
me
that's
that
too
my
far.
daddy gave me a
He
bath.
did,
Listen,
though. He
he
did.
did.
That's
They was tricking me. He did. But they was tricking me, telling me that my daddy gave me a bath. I was
too
going
far.
off so bad. I told him, if my daddy gave me a bath, I'm leaving you. I'm not. You better not let that man wash me up because I know that my
you
daddy
wash
loved
up?
me that
Yeah.
much that he
I was
would
about to
have.
say.
But my daddy would have. If they would have left me messed
was
up
just
like
more
that.
So he didn't like the
they
fact that
would-
she was toe up like
I was
that.
drunk. I had throw
My
up all
baby
over
liked
me.
it? Yeah, he was going
I was
crazy.
messed up. And my daddy came all the way to find me. Where my baby at? Like, he came to my house
That's what's
to
up.
make sure. But when they told me that he washed me up, dog, I went crazy. I said, if y'all let that man wash me up,
I got
I'm
brothers.
done.
I
Ain't no
think that's
point
the closest thing to me that love me like a man. Like my brothers,
Yeah.
them
My brothers like
they
my daddies
love
too.
me.
Yeah.
Like it's just unconditional love.
That's
like
gonna
I
be
never
That's
felt.
gonna be from your siblings regardless.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
that's
they
part
just
of-
like over the top.
They
Like
gon'
they'll
be.
probably kiss me in the mouth. Like, all right, back up. That's enough.
Oh, hell no. My
Like,
brothers better not kiss me in the
Man,
mouth.
they love me. Like not
Fuck
like
them
that,
niggas
but
up.
especially
Don't kiss me in my damn
don't
mouth.
ever kiss.
Better kiss me on the
Now,
forehead,
that
on the
was my
cheek.
brother. You better not kiss
It's
me in
gonna
my
be
mouth.
it's gonna be Mimi for y'all.
Oh, hell no.
You know I love you, sis.
Track.
Don't kiss me on my mouth.
No, ew, yuck mouth.
That's-
I'm gonna be
need.
like,
That's what
Leah,
you
you
need.
want to fight? My baby, talking about, my baby, you want to fight? Don't kiss me on my mouth. We fighting.
At all.
No.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to Seven Figures.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. This was so nice. I
Yes.
love this. I love this one.
I like this.
Fun.
episode. This was lit.
This
I
was
like
lit.
this one, 'cause
Nigga, you was lit.
Right, because you want to
Nigga,
go.
you was lit.
I ain't had no liquor.
Yeah, you
That
was
was
off
the first
emotion. So you was off emotion,
I
my
wanted to
baby.
be like that. That's why I said I wasn't gonna drink. I wasn't gonna do nothing. I wanted to
You gonna
be
need that
sober
shit.
and
You-
just-
I wanted to be more
Yes,
vulnerable.
yes.
That's what
No,
she doing.
because let me
Cause
tell you
you about to
something.
come in. You
I
about mother.
talk.
Yeah, you was about to go ham for
Listen,
a
I
second.
talk
to me.
You,
I talked to like my auntie been telling me like you need to be a little more vulnerable, like a little more open, a little more aggressive. Like when you like she watches, and she like you need to be a little more aggressive. Like show who you are. Like show that side. Like show who you are for real.
But
don't
just
hide
know,
it from nobody.
I just feel like you should understand this. You a host. So when you invite people in, we not attacking you. We just speaking directly towards you.
Okay,
that's
so
it.
listen.
It may feel like
I'm going to counseling, y'all. So listen, wait, hold on. Let me say something. Let's
A circle full of winners, can't be out here taking losses. Boss bitch shit, make sure you stay getting the bag, making silly bitches mad cause you shitting on they ass. Boss bitch shit, baby focus on your paper, don't be stressing about no man if he ain't bringing you them bands. Boss bitch shit, and tell that silly rabbit tricks is for kids. Tell him keep that little bag and make him buy you a crib. Rat race, ladies, since it's always competition, but I made sure that all my bitches winning. Just listen, your time is money, don't have it no other way.